So for those of you who are familiar with vidIQ every single week, I'm giving you a home run right here. This is an open goal for memes. Okay, so I'm going to give you 5 seconds. Take a screenshot. Do what you want. Just get that shot. Come on, I've got to get a good picture for people. There we go. For those of you who aren't familiar with vidIQ, we're going to be auditing your channels for the next couple of hours, and this is how we do it. Let's do this.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Who has ever started a live stream with 10 seconds of awkward silence? I thought I'd give it a try this week and we'll see how we get on. Hello everybody, welcome back to vidIQ, the YouTube tool, channel and academy that educates you on your YouTube journey. And every single Tuesday we take time out of our day to give you some advice, tips, tricks about your channel by auditing them. And I could never do this without my trusty amigos that we have here. Welcoming first of all, Dan is in the house. Hello Dan, to you.
Hello. How's it going?
Very good, Dan. And hello to you, Travis. Welcome in the house.
Heyo, everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. Good to see
All right, Dan. I'm going to give you first dibs on some shout-outs while I fix something on my screen I've just noticed. Who are we saying hello to today?
We are saying hello to Kyla B, Malafred, Alfred, Cloudy Skies, Ethan Reck, Art with Mimi, I think. Bobby's hold on. Rumble, Jello Destroyer, Tristan K Gaming, V-Box, and Angel.
And a couple more shout-outs from Travis.
Yeah, that's literally my favorite part of the live streams. I'm not going to lie. We got Mr. Creeper. We got LJ Hog. We got Skeleton Sydney, Ace Rose. Who else is out there? Kid Rapper. We got, who else? We got Dave, Game Development. It's Virus and the Random Gamer.
And I will say hello to Bad Laurie, Francis, Caruso, TPG Phantom Gaming, Apple O in-house moderating as always. Thank you very much for your continued efforts. Travis, you're getting a lot of love here in the chat, I must say.
Where?
That's awesome to see. Rainbow Wookie, Thoughts from the Cheap Seats. I like that as a channel name. That's a really sweet channel name. And also Gordon Ramsay Gaming here. All of you, thank you for joining us as always for the vidIQ channel audit live streams. If you are familiar with how this works, then you'll be wanting to go to Twitter to do hashtag channel audits that you can see. And let me quickly share my screen and show you how this works. What you would need to do is put our live stream link on screen, put your channel on screen, but then also try and catch us with some interesting thing as we swipe through all of these tweets to see whether or not you would stop us in a thumbnail kind of way, and we'll like it, and then we may audit your channel. But for those of you who are new to this experience, let me show you right now how all of this works. vidIQ channel audits are all about helping you become better YouTubers. To submit your channel for possible review, in the video description of this live stream, there is a link that will take you to this simple form. Fill it out, and prior to the stream, we will pick out several channels for review. Channel audits are free. We offer them as part of the vidIQ YouTube service, and we can't be bribed. While super chats are always welcome, they will not buy you a channel audit. We do not want to create a financial barrier to this weekly community get together. The live chat exists so that you can all converse with the community. Don't ask for channel audits. During a live stream, the hosts don't have time to read them, and moderators will put you in timeout. And speaking of moderators, I wanted to personally thank each and every one of you for supporting us every single week to make sure that this show gets up and running. It really is appreciated. We get hundreds of submissions every single week, and unfortunately we can't audit every channel. To ensure your channel has a fair chance each week, we purge the list, and after we audit pre-selected channels, we randomly choose which channels get audited. We only have so much time in a day to audit your channels, but if you download the vidIQ extension, our 24/7 channel audit tool will offer you tailored advice specific to your YouTube channel. If you haven't already done so, download vidIQ for free today. A link is in the video description. If you submit your channel, expect constructive criticism. We assume you want to grow your audience on YouTube, and that is what our advice is based on. Appreciate that we are viewing your channel for the first time. If we get something wrong, we didn't do it on purpose. It may be that your messaging and branding isn't doing the job it's supposed to do. And make sure to listen to the advice we give to all channels, not just yours. Test everything. Some strategies will work better for some channels, whilst it won't work for some channels at all. Always review the data YouTube gives you and then test again. We always appreciate it when you click on the thumbs up button. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell so that you know when we next go live. And do us a favour, folks, if you do find this live stream useful, share it with at least one other video creator who you think could benefit from our advice. Are you ready? Let's do this. I'm always told that our live stream freezes at least once a week, and I apparently did it for about 10 seconds just then, so hopefully that is our freeze of the week. If not, I do apologise in advance if we have some technical issues later on, but usually we're pretty good. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you very much to the super chats we've already had from Jess and KY, the 99 cents there, with a lovely smiley emoji, and also Trent's Gaming there with 99 cents as well. But just to remind you that super chats do not guarantee you an audit itself. With that being said, Dan and Travis, can you confirm that you can see my screen right now?
Yep.
Okay, what we always do is audit the very first channel that submits every single week, whatever that channel is. And the first channel is Angel and Deit Royale. What I'm going to do is just quickly make this screen a little bigger so it fits on our screen correctly, which it does. And then I'll ask Dan and Travis, what type of channel do you think this is? As we scroll through the channel banner and some of the thumbnails.
An animation channel.
You think it's an animation channel? Any idea what kind of animation?
Cartoon.
All right. Okay.
I think most animation is a cartoon of some sort.
Matter of fact, there, Dan. You're not wrong, but you're not helpful.
Oh, okay.
It's a cartoon animation channel.
Is this one of those Gotcha Life channels?
Okay, so you saw that in one of the titles, didn't you? I think this one here, where it says "Gotcha Cry."
Yeah. I wanted to see impressive, but you called me on.
Having said that, if you, and I think this is the point I'm trying to get across, is that you see the thumbnails, you see the titles in particular, and you have no clue what this channel is about generally, both in terms of an audience perspective and in terms of what YouTube might be looking for in terms of metadata to direct it towards the right audience. So my very first suggestions here would be think about your titling strategy, and it needs to be a lot less about perceived knowledge of what your videos and your journey is, like script writing for episode 4. That, as a video by itself, means nothing to somebody who's visiting your channel for the first time, or indeed for YouTube, a script writing for what? For a type of gacha animation. All of these things lead to very much you have to know everything about me and my channel, or else there's no point. It's impenetrable, I believe. Those are my general thoughts. Anything else to add there from either of you two?
When it comes to animations, you have a lot of opportunities for thumbnails. And it looks like they're taking advantage at some points, but at other points it's kind of confusing. Like the some please help thumbnail has a lot of windows on it you can't really make out. I think a little bit of work on thumbnails would go a long way. Yeah.
Any thoughts from you, Travis?
Yeah, you're right at the titling, because question, period, exclamation point will be very difficult to be found, and anyone to even know what it is before they click into it. So, and a lot of these are really short videos. They're almost like TikTok length.
Yeah, there's a big gap, isn't it? Sometimes half an hour when they're live streaming on Minecraft, it looks like, and then minute, 20-second type of content. Yeah.
I mean, I would look at like what I think some people they see title structure and stuff of really large channels and think that will work for a smaller channel.
Yeah. It's like almost like the PewDiePie type of titling, where he can basically do anything he wants on a title, because millions of people, well, hundreds of millions of people are aware of who he is, and they're going to watch his content. Whereas for presumably these two people, the audience needs to love you first before they understand your approach to content, and I don't think we're quite there with it yet. I'm just looking at the description. Story-based content in variety of games.
Subscribers during our stream already.
Yeah, well,
nice.
we help in that way.
Nice.
But yeah, I think definitely messaging in the titles more than anything else. And then, as Dan said, you probably want to just up your thumbnail game as well. And that's generally what we do here with all of the channels that we audit. So thank you for submitting your channel. I've got a couple of live super chats that have just coming in here as well. Thank you very much. To Miss MC Red Panda, you're a regular all the time. You are lucky you have a meme king, so we're looking forward to what you're going to be doing there soon with your 22 Nordic something or others. I'm going to suggest they are. Trent Gaming has just said hi, $1.99, and Andy Morphs, thank you for the £2. I'm sure Dan or Travis will be able to read out whatever super chat that is, because for some reason I can never do it on this screen. Let's move on to the next channel that we're going to audit, and it is our first venture into gaming. We always pick a couple of gaming channels before we get into the meat of them later on, and it's Pack Alert YT. Congratulations on 100 subscribers that you've recently hit. Looking at the channel banner, it looks as if it's a range of games, Mass Effect being one of them. I can't identify the other two ones, but then I look at the thumbnails. Seems to be mostly Fortnite or shooting games, and a bit of Grand Theft Auto in there as well. I like the thumbnails. Dan, you picked this one, so I'm sure you have more to add for this channel.
I looked at this channel from a few different angles. This channel reminded me in some ways of when I first got started, because I remember when I got 100 subscribers, I did things to celebrate it. You know, I played games with my subscribers. I don't know if I did a face reveal or not, or any of that. But I can tell this person's excited and passionate about YouTube, and they've been doing something right because they hit 100 subscribers. So I think what the advice I'd give is, for one thing, keep doing what you're doing. You have some videos. I looked at the most viewed videos, and you've a few times covered Fortnite and other games and shown things that people might search for and tutorialize them. One of them is a Grand Theft Auto glitch that did pretty well. One of them is the best Fortnite controller settings that got 95 views. Great. Because you're a newer YouTuber, the thing that I wish someone had told me, and what I'm going to tell you, is that you should do more of that, because your Fortnite videos and stuff remind me a lot of the big dogs on YouTube already covering Fortnite. However, you're competing with them because Fortnite montages and stuff are kind of difficult to rank for in search. But when you teach somebody something, you're going to have an easier time. So I wanted to share that bit of advice with this creator, but also just congratulate them on 100 subscribers.
Yeah, and thumbnails seem to be of a generally good quality. It looks as if he's sort of using a template each time. Nice, colourful, lots of punch. Again, yeah, similar to other Fortnite creators at this point, but I think for the size of a channel and where they are, I think they're going in the right direction there. But I think you're absolutely right there, Dan. We say this all the time, and I guess it maybe applies to like 90% of channels. In that, to begin with, you want to be discoverable, and the best way to do that is to educate and teach people on something that a lot of people are using or playing. I think once somebody's in the content, you can introduce like your own humor, have some montages in the video. But I think just to get discovered, I think you're right. You need to sort of teach some sort of form of value in the content.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go from a gaming channel right down. This is right down the lane for Travis here. It is Kevin Breeze, tech reviews and smartphone videos. Oh, you already know him. Great.
I actually know Kevin. This is
awesome
weird
stuff.
This is weird. Maybe I shouldn't do this because I know Kevin.
Oh, that's
We get
interesting.
Savage out here. Where's Savage, everybody? No,
Well,
if I know you personally, you are not getting reviewed. You're getting Savage. I'm just kidding.
all right, and Savage, you want to make a brief introduction early on in the show and tell us what's wrong with this channel?
That's so funny. No, Kevin's a good guy. So yeah, no, Kevin does great work. He does a lot of reviews on budget smartphones and stuff. Something I'm kind of dipping my toe in a little bit myself.
Yeah.
Really nice channel. So he's actually kind of well known in the niche. So when you see things like just his name and no nothing on his banner, it's a little different when you get to like 70-ish thousand subscribers. While it's always a good idea to kind of put like your value proposition up there, the reality is people are really starting to know who Kevin is. So the tech reviews and smartphone videos, sometimes we give people a hard time about like generic kind of value propositions, but people know who Kevin is. So that's
it's one of those things where like you may do it at like 1,000 subscribers, and then your channel takes off and you're just concentrating on content. And at some point, Kevin may return to this and update it. But yeah, you're right. It's like the community knows who he is. So we can allow him to maybe update that at a future time. Yeah.
So real quick, go on his homepage, because for someone who's been around for a while, I like to look at the homepage, see if it's optimized for new subscribers. So he has a video there. I personally, so here's a strategy I give to people that I coach. About 60-70% of the people that, maybe more, that come to your homepage are people that are new to your channel and don't know who you are. So in my mind, the trailer should be a real short 30-45 second, maybe 1 minute trailer introducing people to your content, like who you are, what kind of content you're going to review, and that sort of stuff. And then below you have your playlist, which exactly is what he's doing, which I love this. He's got his uploads. He's got a couple different playlists here. This is what all the creators in the chat right now, literally all of you can do this. You can get your playlist set up on your front page. And when you have someone new coming to this front page, they're more likely to click into one of those. And what happens is, if they click into a playlist,
you've got them.
You've got them. You've absolutely got them. So if they were to click on one of the uploads of, let's say the S10 2020, there is no guarantee they will get another video in your channel. They will get perhaps one recommendation and then some other videos. But if they click on one of these down here in the playlist,
do that.
They're locked in. As you can see, wait, is that a playlist one or is that a regular one? No, that's a regular video.
Looks like a regular one. Okay.
Yeah. That should have been a playlist.
Whoa, sorry about the noise coming through here. Sorry.
So that's the uploads. You need to go to like a playlist. So a playlist will lock you in so that the only video you will see next is one from your own channel. And it's incredibly important, because the more videos you get someone to see, the more likely they are to subscribe. Now, if we look at like his thumbnails on the video page, we can take a look at some of those. He's got a real clean style here. The arrow is in effect.
Consistent. Branding consistency. Yeah. This is what I say about this. Yeah, go ahead, Travis.
And the cool thing about that is that you now know, even without Kevin's face being in any of these thumbnails, you know it's a Kevin Breeze video. So this is what we call branding, where you can look at a thumbnail, you can look at a style, and you understand what's behind it. And of course, the one other thing I would say about this is he's definitely using SEO in his title. So even though he's a bigger creator, it's not like he's going, look at this cool phone, like we were looking at some of the smaller channels. He's still using the SEO, putting the SEO of the product, like Xiaomi Redmi 9, and then hands-on and first impressions, like what's going on in the video. So even when you get bigger, you should always consider the SEO play in these.
Now, I would say, as somebody who's coming to his channel for the first time, I would say his bread and butter, like his niche within tech, is the versus videos, where it might be a cheap device versus an expensive one. Because each time I see versus and some numbers, I'm seeing like 10,000 views, and I want to hear like 5,000 views, 20,000 views. All of these versus ones do really well. And then he experiments a little bit more with like using an iPhone in 2020, an iPhone 11, old phones in current, and then like some truly off-base stuff, like reviewing some headphones. I suspect those have been sent to him and he's sort of reviewing a product there, which is perfectly fine. But I think the creator knows his foundations. I know that if I do these versus videos, I'm going to get a lot of my audience watching the content, and then that gives me the license to experiment with other pieces of content which are still linked in terms of technology and smartphones and budget and that type of thing. So again, I think the strategy is on point there with this creator, and presumably because maybe you're having a bit of extra time right now, whacking out a lot of content, taking advantage.
Tremendous amount of content. Look how much content in 3 weeks. My goodness.
Yeah, which is all brilliant and fantastic. And yeah, I'd just say credit on the thumbnails. Very simple, but this clean white background versus the color and contrast of the smartphones. Like even this one where there's 4 different smartphones on screen and a bit of text. The way the topography of that thumbnail just really works and looks really nice. So, Kevin, I think this deserves like the confetti of joy. Well done to you. And yeah, maybe a Savage will be along later on to give you some more advice on that one. So, folks, this is what we do here. We audit your channels. We try and give you as much information as we can personally, but sometimes we can't always do that. But we do have a lot more learning both on the YouTube channel, but also on the vidIQ Academy. It is available to all of those on Pro and Boost, but we are making some changes soon that you may have some access even if you are a free user, so stick around for that. But there's all of these awesome courses here, including like keyword research, where I go into all of the detail about SEO that we've just been talking about, the complete guide to making better thumbnails, and then our monster tour of starting a YouTube channel, you get all of this information, 32 videos to do over 30 days on how to start, grow, or improve your channel. This is proving to be a really big success for us. A lot of people start this course and they give us fantastic reviews, 5-star reviews. So do check out the vidIQ Academy. There should be a link in the video description of this live stream. With that being said, I'm just going to move around the reviews a little bit, and we're going to do this next one, which is Mois Tubing Zone. I hope I pronounced your name somewhat right here. And then Travis, you picked this one out, so let's allow you to lead on this one.
Yeah, it said tech
what are we looking
in the description, but it doesn't.
It does, yeah. Tutorials, tech software.
Yeah, but I mean, is it though? Because there's like Grand Theft Auto and like there's video game stuff, so it's a little
Photoshop
confusing.
video.
I think this channel tried to merge both Dan and Travis's interests here for the perfect channel, but I don't think it quite works that way.
Yeah, don't do that. Okay, so there's like the gaming PC. So there's like every once in a while there's like a light thread here. So there's a gaming PC for cheap where you can play the games that he's showing. So there's like a thread there. But then you have things like how to download and install BlueStacks. I don't know what is BlueStacks. Anyone know?
It's to play Android on your computer if you've not got a Chromebook.
Gotcha. How to install fonts in Photoshop, like that really I think is so far out of left field compared to what else is going on here. So you really got to come up with what your core value proposition is going to be. It seems to me, and Dan, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it has more video game stuff than anything else.
Yeah, it's tutorials, but it's tutorials baked under different games and different software. So maybe taking tutorials to a too broader context there. Dan, go ahead.
I was just going to say, yeah, I think like how to download PUBG Mobile is doing really well. And I think in the BlueStacks thing relates to it directly. Bandicam, you could argue, relates to it because it's screen capture software. Photoshop starts to get a little bit away from it unless you're maybe teaching people how to make a good YouTube thumbnail. It's just kind of diluted a bit, and I kind of see that you're somebody who can teach in all these different things. Yeah. I would just niche that down further. Like if you had a Minecraft channel, I would tell you, okay, what kind of Minecraft channel are you going to be? You want to niche that down further. So if you're going to be a channel that gives tutorials within certain software, niche down. If you're somebody who's covering how to download certain mobile games, then you can do a bunch of those. How to download Fortnite mobile, how to stream Fortnite mobile, how to, you can still be this person who gives these tutorials, but stick to, a niche still. It's kind of, I'm noticing the same mistake in this channel that tech channels make, right? A lot of tech channels just get whatever device they can and review it. I got a new phone. I got this laptop, and you want to tell them to niche that down. What kind of tech channel are you going to be? So I think that applies here.
And some general thumbnail points of interest. Red text, we always try and push against that. Every different thumbnail is completely different. I'm just going back to Kevin Breeze. I mean, look at the consistency there and the use of the consistent fonts and coloring. Maybe trying to look at these as a good example for template thumbnails. I know it's not tech, but the style and structure is, and you can make it your own style, but like the consistency is something that's really well reflected here. We're going to move on now to I'm going to pick this channel next. It is Pseudo Cuba. This channel has 400 subscribers, and from what I could tell looking at the channel banner and then some of the thumbnails and some of the videos, and I'm keen to stress that, it is something to do with a variant of Rubiks cubing. I don't think it's actually Rubik's Cube itself, it's some different type of cube puzzle solving thing. But what really confuses me is that very often this creator is sort of torn away from the cubing that they do and trying to incorporate other things into their content a little bit, such as like cubing by the pool here. It's all very well and good saying that, but when it just has a thumbnail of you in a tropical place and the cube is so small that I can't see it, then I'm confused as to what I'm actually going to get out of the content. And then there's other ones here such as International Speed Cube Giveaway and what is my typing speed. I have no idea what that's got to do with cubing. So it feels as if you really want to be the cubing, speed cubing channel, then you need to push that even more than what you're doing. I think there's one video down here which is like these ones here, like where it is very explicit about how to solve a Rubik's cube or reviewing a cube, and those are getting more views because they seem to be better at communicating very simply what's going on with the content, and then it gets a little mixed and muddled as we go further up. Am I wrong here, Travis, or any other thoughts?
I think you're right in a lot of ways, because if someone comes across this channel like, oh, I didn't know what cubing is. Oh, this is so cool. It's, he's doing some cool cubing, and you're just kind of used to seeing that. And then speed typing is kind of like, well,
even this one here though, when it says playing 20 questions cubing edition, the thumbnail wouldn't tell me at all, visually speaking, what cubing is if it was the first video I saw of a channel.
Yeah, good point. Like like the Pseudo Cuber versus PH Cube or whatever. It's kind of cool because you can actually see what's going on.
Yeah.
The rest of it, I wouldn't necessarily know what cubing is. I think it's important to keep that in the front. As you can see, the one with the different shapes, with the triangle and with all the blue squares and stuff. That's kind of cool. Laid out in a really kind of clear way, and it's just neat looking. And even the MF5 review and the grass looks cool. Like, it's just, those make sense. You can see what they are.
Yeah, and that's where text is used a little better, isn't it? I mean, text positioning is something that I'm questioning a little bit here, especially on this one with the X-Man Bell Pyramid unboxing. The text completely destroys the thumbnail image, but when you spend a bit of time and position it correctly on the thumbnail, I think those look a lot better. So it feels as if maybe you've regressed a little bit, almost like you maybe took some advice from us and others and you've tried to make your thumbnails look better. But in doing that, you've perhaps maybe overthought the thumbnails and now they look a little bit too complex. So I think maybe simplifying down a little bit as well. Dan, I'll let you give him this channel one more piece of advice, whatever it is you've got in your head.
Yeah. I've been to just like local bookstores and stuff around here, and there's a lot of these games sitting on the shelf. And I think an idea, just if you're looking for more content to make, because I'm seeing with like the typing speed and stuff, maybe that's what's going on. I need more videos. Yeah. You could do unboxings of all these different like products that are similar to what you're already doing. These are coming out all the time, these puzzles.
There we go. That is Pseudo Cuber. I think it's time to venture into the Twitter stream here and see what our channel audit hashtag is doing right now. I'm expecting to see some pretty terrifying pictures of me. First of all, so I guess I might pick the first one. The first one that That just appeared 4 seconds in. I don't think I could clear anything.
That might actually have to be.
I think there's a winner there. We'll pick that one. I just want to scroll through,
see what else
through
is
the ones.
So click the one because you got to remember you got to expand.
Yeah, sometimes we got to.
That's cute, but nah.
Ooh, that's kind of a little change on what we saw last week.
Okay, this would have been funny if we did a Chris Harrison thing. Like,
I don't know who that person is.
Yeah. Chris Hansen. He did the Catch a Predator.
Yeah, which would have been hilarious. There's the Stonks meme I saw up there.
All right, so that's the first one. That's all right. That's all right. But I think people can do better than that. Yeah, I think there's more potential there. So I think we're all in agreement.
Yeah,
that is a very.
The bar has been raised.
It's just the size of your head. The perspective is just not quite right, which is what makes it funny. Okay, let's take a look at this channel then, which is Black Lights. New videos every Friday.
Oh, cool! It's a blacklight channel. That's cool.
Oh, what is Black Lights?
You know, the lights where they give you like this kind of glowy. When you turn all the lights out and you turn on like a black light, it glows different things. Like shirts and stuff like what you're seeing in the thumbnails. You never seen a black light before?
No. You meaning like a fluorescent?
Kind of, but it's when you turn on all the lights, it's a light that you can't see unless it reflects off of something else. So if you see these images, this is what it looks like. Like the lights are out otherwise, but the things that are glowing are because of the black light. It's really cool.
I see. Okay,
this is a really cool idea for a channel.
New channel as well.
So he's trying different things, like even like the UV light with like water, like with different like toys and stuff. This is a great idea for a channel, and he's only been doing it for a little bit.
Yeah, and you've got over 50 subscribers, so that's one milestone. So what I would say here, if the light and the color is the crucial thing here, I guess you're probably going to agree with me both here, Dan and Travis, is try and remove the text and let the lights and the color tell the story, and then do all of your explanation in the titles as much as possible.
100%, because the whole point of this channel is to show all the cool look. Like some of these thumbnails are really good, but yeah, there's so much text on it that it's actually ruining some of these pictures. Really zoom in on some of the things that you're lighting up. Forget about the text. This is one of those niches where you almost will never need text.
I guess the challenge is actually taking these pictures because it's naturally going to be low light, and then to get a good picture out of it. So maybe you need to do a little bit of searching around, like how to. Oh well, hang on. Let's do some searches. Let's find out what would be the. So what is this? What is this that we're searching
Which, by
for?
the way, if you think about it, we actually have a tool that does this. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, we do. Black. Is that going to come up with the right thing?
Yes, no, not exactly. Like, I don't know what you're saying.
UV
like,
black lights.
Yeah, try like UV black light.
Let's do this. I mean, if we're not really finding anything either, then there's an opportunity here for.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, here's some stuff.
Yeah, so that's a good one. I like with some detail on it. I think maybe you need to sharpen the thumbnail in Photoshop or something. Look, I mean, you're actually appealing it. Look. So that's maybe your breakthrough video of 2,000 views. I think this is your channel. It looks very similar to the thumbnail. 66 subscribers, 2,000 views. Awesome. Look at that titling structure there and see how you can expand on that a little bit if you can, doing it like a follow-up video.
There's not a lot of great competition for this, which is a little crazy.
So this is a growing sector we maybe identify.
That's
here,
weird because it's such a visual thing. So you would think that there would be more on this. This is a great opportunity.
Yeah. So I think if this is an underserved area of YouTube, tutorials as well is probably going to help you, like how to set up all of these black lights and maybe how to take pictures and things.
100%.
Yeah. I think this is one of the channels where we say you've got a fantastic idea now. You just need to execute a bit better on your thumbnails, which are already okay. There's nothing necessarily wrong with them, but I think less text. And you've got one breakout video here, which was from 3 months ago, which looks to be organic. Use that as something to double down on a little bit with future content. So well done, Blacklights. Nice to see a completely new and original video channel. Or as we audit. Let's move on to the next one. And also, fans, thank you for the tweet. Appreciate that. All right, let's move on to the next channel, which is going to be another tech channel here. And this channel recently cracked 1,000 subscribers. So first of all, congratulations to you on that. You do new videos every Wednesday and Sunday and sometimes more. I don't see a value proposition here, but although you do say snapshot. Is that something to do with like camera gear maybe? Although you've got these icons about tech. So I'm not 100% sure what the channel is about from there. But then I look at the thumbnails and what do I see? So I've got some iPhone stuff going on here and Apple Watch stuff. I'm getting deja vu. I audited this channel at VidCon London.
Oh, you did?
I did, I remember. Yeah, and we were talking about which of the, I think because he was maybe thinking of going along the lines of like news stories, but I sort of tried to push him more that you seem to have a bit of a niche in the iOS and Apple stuff from these videos down here. And so I don't know if he continued to do that. I'm trying to work out when he, so we did talk about like you got a bit of a niche with podcasting and then the Apple stuff. So these Apple ones here did fairly well, and then these other ones that didn't do quite so well. So I've already sort of maybe given my feedback on that. Travis, is there anything that you maybe counter suggest or advise on? Yeah,
so I mean the banner doesn't tell me I mean the name fortunately in his name gives me an indication of something, right? Technically challenged. However, from what I understand, it's a play on words. It actually could be misconstrued as like, oh, you know, this is if you're technically challenged. How to? I mean, I don't know.
Complete beginners tech channel, whereas this seems more like perceived knowledge of tech and like some commentary on it, or like you're already an Apple fan. I know that. So here's what's so good about the watch series and stuff. Yeah,
absolutely. If I mean, it's not super clear, so I would clear that up in the banner first of all. The thumbnails are getting really good. I think they're really doing a good job, and I can see what you were talking about going from like, you know, trying the commentary thing. I'll tell you from experience, when I started my channel, it was mostly reviews, and then I tried like a commentary piece, didn't go anywhere, And then I did reviews for a little bit longer. Then I finally started getting commentary pieces to kind of do well. And it takes time because people have to respect your knowledge. And the best way to do that is to do reviews on products so they know you have a knowledge. And then they'll kind of respect your overall thought process behind what companies should or should not be doing. So I would maybe start there and continuing to do the stuff that's working for you, the Apple Watch stuff. How to start your own podcast is, I mean, that did really well. That's really great.
Well, yeah, and obviously now with what's happening in the world, there's people with time looking for new creative outputs or new ways to generate revenue, like especially people who can't work right now, that they've got clients or they've got offices, businesses they can't go to. Podcasting might be a venture to maybe extend on. They're like the complete beginner's guide to doing a podcast.
Yes,
might be something to do as well. So yeah, that is technological challenge. But as I say, congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. That's the first big milestone you've got, and hopefully you'll be on your way to monetization as well soon. Speaking of tech, we have I'm going to say a huge mini announcement to make right now, because a lot of you have been asking for a certain way to access vidIQ for a very long time. And we've been working on it for quite a while, and we can now proudly or quietly, depending on which way you look at it, tell you that vidIQ is now available on your favoured operating systems of mobile choice. I've really worded that badly. In other words,
on your
vidIQ,
Apple or Android phone is all you have
thank you.
to say.
Thank you. vidIQ is available now on Android and iOS. This at the moment is what we're calling like a soft launch, so we're not like publicly telling everybody and like doing big videos about it, but we want to like tease it to certain people, including you, our committed live stream audience. So check it out on either Google Play, as you can see, or on iOS, as you can see. That's how it looks. We know we've had many like fake vidIQs in the past, so if you want to make sure that it's a real deal, you can see that it's called vidIQ. These are the screenshots that we use. Download it, test it. So far we are perfect. We've got 8 5-stars, and we want you to add to that if you think the tool is good, and let us know with feedback and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, do check it out.
The crowd is going nuts right now. The chat is loving it.
Oh right, so yeah, so that is it. Yeah, you're the first to know. We're not sort of we're not sending out emails right now because we just want to make sure that we get this right, so that all of our millions of the users can experience it. But you're getting a teaser here, so download it. It is free to download. Check it out, and we'd love your feedback. And you'll be hearing a lot more about this soon. It is on Google and iOS operating systems. Dan, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. I'm going to open up a special channel in the Discord. If you guys have any feedback you'd like to share with us, any suggestions.
Nice segue. Dan, plug in the Discord as much as you can. Yeah.
vidIQ.com/Discord.
There you go. And Dan, you have taken a bit of a verbal break here, so I think we'll bring you back into the auditing hot seat with 10 Bray Gaming here, who looks as if they've just started their YouTube journey and playing a lot of Silent Hill 2, which I just never could get into, to be honest, as a horror game. But that's only my personal opinion. It is a very old game. It's like 20 years old now, I think, Silent Hill 2, from what I remember.
It's pretty old, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, looks like a survival horror channel, roughly speaking. But what did you have to say about this channel?
Yeah, so welcome to YouTube. First of all, you got over 20 subscribers, which is awesome. And I'm noticing a lot of the key mistakes a lot of new YouTubers make. I would encourage you to keep playing games, though, and keep getting a feel for the platform just as a whole. But as you continue to make videos, a few things, just some homework for you. I want you to try to put a little more work into the thumbnails. Silent Hill 2 episode 6. It's almost hard to read Silent Hill 2 in itself, and you want to draw people in with a really punchy image of maybe a monster coming at you, or just something. As you continue playing through a game like that, episode numbers, I guess, are kind of important, so your audience knows what part of the game you're in. But I would make it the very last thing in your title. Don't bog yourself down with that. Try to really go off of the thing that happened in that video to make that the center of your thumbnail. Make it reflected in your title. Just try and get away from this episodic thumbnail wallpaper journey that you're on right now.
Yeah, look at this as a good example of what you might call like viewer fatigue, where like the first video in the series 40 views for your first video on YouTube. Brilliant. Then 20, then 7, then 7. And it looks as if either because the viewers are not engaging with the series, or, as you say, Dan, it's a thumbnail wallpaper. People are not even sure if this is a new video or not. It's like, I can't remember if I've already seen this video or not.
Right.
And it's great that you're sticking to one game, but like these playthroughs, and like it's been done many times before by many creators, many of whom have not found the way to make this succeed for them. And it's like, as you say, it's one of the many of the common mistakes that we're doing this, almost like the same thing over and over again, like a big playthrough of a game, and then expecting different results. And it's not, unfortunately, not working right now.
And you're playing games that are older too, so they're not going to have as much search impact as a newer kind of scary horror game. And they're always coming out. You could probably be the one who's covering lesser known ones, and as that game grows, now your video starts to get views. But in the long run, because you did a review of this new horror game, a month ago, and now suddenly the game has had a big marketing push, and people are finding it on Steam and going, is this any good, and finding your video, which is new horror game gameplay review or whatever you title it. But when you're a new channel, try to do as many reviews and tutorials and things like that as you can. If you have time, you want to keep making this content, just try to keep in mind each video is an opportunity to get seen by a new person and draw somebody in. So right now, this is great for your current audience, but your current audience isn't going to really grow off of those videos. You should probably keep making those more searchable videos.
And I want to ask a fundamental question here. Is YouTube the right platform for you? Because it looks as if all of these are potentially live streams, or at least you're pressing the share button on a PS4 or something. I don't always say recommend other platforms, but like maybe Twitch or something might be a better option. I think, Dan, are you sort of cultivating a potential video idea on answering that question? Soonish.
I am.
Yeah. So keep an eye on vidIQ for a video on that. I don't know if I've just put Dan in a bit of trouble there, demanding a video.
I am going to do some comparisons, but I really want to talk about YouTube as a streaming platform because it's come a long way.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think in this case where there is zero video on demand, I guess you'd be pushing that. Yeah, you also need to do some video on demand stuff as well as the live streams.
Right.
Probably. Yeah. All right, let's move on to, I think we've got one more pre-selected channel. I saw Travis disappear for a second. Are you back, Travis?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I saw you left your seat, and because it's like Dan's talking about a game channel, so I saw you were taking a break there. So I just wanted to make sure you were back. Yep. Because now we're going to take a look at Giles.
Dan Giles.
Who is the home repairs expert. It looks to be here with 8,500 subscribers. Now, I'm gonna make an assumption here. I may be wrong about this, but this is my assumption based on the channel banner and the thumbnails. I think you've been on YouTube for a very, very long time, and you've probably done hundreds or thousands of videos all about random DIY fixes or around the home. Now, in order to confirm that, I'm going to have to sort by all this because I might be wrong here. You've been on YouTube for 10 years, as I thought, and the thumbnails from those time ago, okay, and you took a big break. I understand that, okay, but you did start on YouTube a long time ago. Now you've come back a year ago. The reason I say that is because when I look at the thumbnails and I look at the video strategy, it has the aroma. I'm not going to say the stench, the aroma of how YouTube used to be, where you could do a lot of videos on a topic and be quite broad and make thumbnails of this standard, and they would get traffic. But now, as YouTube has matured as a platform and people have got a lot more savvy in their communication of thumbnails and titles, it feels as if this channel may have been left behind a little bit. I've said a lot there. I might be wrong. Travis, Dan, counter with me, but that's the sense I'm getting from just like the first impressions.
Yeah, I think you proved your point just by being able to decide, just by looking at it. Hey, that he's probably been around for a while, probably doing similar. And you're right. I mean, obviously, looking back, you were absolutely correct. Thumbnail styles have to kind of change a little bit. Obviously, the niche itself is dependent on that. So it turns out I actually have a friend in this exact niche. Ironically, just texted me. Like, what are the chances? And she's been doing very similar DIY at home repair stuff for a number of years and is actually really successful. If you search her, it's C Jane Drill. Now, for a long time, her thumbnails were very similar to this, but the
like that.
It's CSEE and then Jane Drill, kind of like C Jane Run or C Jane.
It's got to be Kane. Sorry.
Drill DRI. Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Sorry, folks.
Drill, yeah.
Yeah. This channel.
Yes. So she's been around for a while. She's done really good work. And you'll notice over the last couple of years, the last couple of weeks even, her thumbnail strategies kind of changed. Like that tutorial, how to turn a pen into a lathe, just looks kind of cool. The card thing is kind of a real strategic thing.
Nice.
It sometimes goes back to her old style because people seem to recognize it. If you notice the view range between like the old style versus the newer style, but I still think that she should go with like the newer stuff. Regardless, she does the same thing. So that means the topic is there. There are views for fixing your home simply. There's absolutely views there for it. There's people who need to do these things. They don't want to spend the money on having someone come out and do something that is actually simple. And she has incredible views on some very weird videos. So let me show you. Sort this by most popular.
It is interesting because this channel, 500,000 subscribers, first of all, awesome. Then they'll get videos with like 9,000 views.
Right.
But then they'll get videos with like a couple of million views. So it's almost as if this is like an exaggeration of the other channel, but this channel was able to get big before it got super competitive, so they've got that natural level of influence anyway. But yeah, let's sort by most popular.
Sort by most popular, and then look at what the most popular ones are. They're just ones you would never think. Look at the number one, 4 tape measure tricks. Why does that have 18 million views? We don't know.
Yeah.
Simple trick to install a baseboard. Why is a carpenter's pencil flat? Like, it's interesting stuff, right? What no one will tell you about. So it's not even like how do you necessarily fix stuff, although the baseboard is. It's kind of these weird, interesting kind of questions. 4 months ago, the tick stacking carpentry hack, 2.8 million views in 4 months. Like, there's just these weird kind of out of the sort, interesting things, and people will watch it. So yeah, if you do the same thing, you might find some weird success. Having said that, I love the idea of helping people fix their home inexpensively and easily. Especially right now, people are home. They probably have a bunch of repairs they've been wanting to do and haven't got around to. Absolutely take a look at CJ and Drill, get some ideas from that. Continue down this path. But yeah, the thumbnails definitely should level up.
Now, let's sort by. I'm going to sort by most popular. There's probably going to be some massive outliers here of one with like 100,000 views here. I suspected as much. Oliver, look at all of the videos that were like years from over 5-8 years ago. Like got super amount of views, and then you come back to YouTube and you're just not having that same traction in that sense. But there are a couple of green shoots here, like this one here has 3,000 views and it's something to do with a vacuum cleaner. There's one here about dishwasher soap and it's 2,800 views, which I think is great. I would just be looking at those and following up where I can with those, because it's just a case of you're going to be a channel where somebody might subscribe and then they'll watch only one of your videos based on the one that they subscribed for, which is always a struggle with these type of educational fix, give me an answer to a question type of videos, type of content. But, whoa, what is that? Okay. I was just looking at that one. I saw what happens inside a dishwasher, and then they had DJI Osmo camera.
They put a camera in there.
I've put a camera in there, which is interesting. So some interesting ideas coming along, but it feels like sometimes it's really going to work, and then other times it won't work at all.
We got those super chats too, by the way.
Too broad, in my opinion, and the thumbnails lack quality. But Travis has shown that this can be done, but maybe you need to look at their strategy and see. I got what you were saying from the other channel, Travis, where they were sort of answering intriguing questions or creating intrigue and clickable intrigue on the thumbnails of the ones that were really successful. Okay, so that is Dan Giles there with his channel. Let's go back to channel audits on the Twitter sphere and see what else has appeared in the list. Sorry, that Travis one is making me laugh. All right, and let's take a look. What do we got? Waiting for your channel audit to be audited like, oh, cute
very
little dog. mention of this guy.
When your kid hits you with the okay boom, you hit him with the savage. I like that. That's kind of cool.
I think now this guy posted this tweet, I think just after our live stream ended last week. And like, so I think you've won. I think this time you've won. I think we will order that. What's it? Oh, there we go.
There you go. Rob Van Wilson.
Rob Van Wilson.
Winner there.
My hair looks really weird in that one.
I actually know Rob Van Dam. That's a funny little.
Cool. Right. Okay. So I think we'll audit these two channels, and then Dan, you will get a choice at some point on one of these.
Will I?
Well, you got to go down further though too, because we don't want.
Yeah. Well, we'll go down late. We'll go down after we've done these two.
Okay.
Okay. So, this is Luke Place. Luke, we've audited your channel millions of times. I remember now. I replied to a tweet and said, we've audited your channel like 3 or 4 times. This is the Dead of a Daylight one, which we've seen and we've talked about many times.
I've not seen it.
Go on then, Dan. Take it away.
Why have we audited it so many times? Okay, let me ask you guys this, if you remember it. What advice is this channel not following that we've been giving?
Uh-oh.
What?
Dan's getting a little savage here.
I want to know because I don't want to repeat it. I think we should be focused on like what's missing. Something like this user's creating videos, they're excited, they're passionate, but what haven't they been doing? Because I didn't see you guys.
What's the chat say? What's the chat say? Was everyone saying in the chat? Great question is what's said. Is it possible to get? No, that's not. Nope. No. Great advice, Dan. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I think that from just my first look here, there's too much text in the thumbnails.
Correct. I agree.
There is not a lot of clickability in that. So I do like, though, you are taking time to cut out these characters.
Yeah.
You in the latest thumbnail, you have this, like, I guess that's a clown or something. But when you do that, I know it's tempting. You took all that time to cut that whole character out, but we can't really tell what that is. Waist up at the most is all you need on these pictures because people connect when eyes are looking at them in those thumbnails, right? You want these characters to be staring your viewer in the face, and you've made this person too small. The thumbnails is too small. So try and zoom in on more impactful things. Use less text. These seem overproduced. It looks like you're putting a lot of work into these.
Yeah, I think what you could do on this one, for example, is, as you say, zoom in the clown. I've never thought I'd say that in a live stream. And then make the icons bigger. And then instead of just using the text, which looks like it's very similar to the title, create a question like, best combo? Like, are these two items here the best combo, question mark? And then that would add a bit more clickability. The one thing I will say is that this, as you say, Dan, this channel is passionate. They're continuing. Every video is getting more views and subscribers. So they are reaching a wider audience, it looks like. Calls to action, get more people to subscribe in that sense as well. Anything else?
Well, is this game, Dead by Daylight, doing well in search in general? I would do some research. Maybe you always got to ask yourself this tough question. Is the game I'm playing the right choice for the time period we're in? Games get old, people lose interest in them, and it's a tough thing for a channel when you love a game and it has less of a community than it did before. So that could be part of the issue here too. But yeah, I think you need to kind of ask yourself these questions. It seems like we've audited your channel a lot before.
I think this is the fourth audit. Yeah,
I could tell from your older thumbnails you've definitely been doing work. I can tell that some advice has been given and you've been taking it. But keep going.
That is a top 5, I think, maybe even top 3. That one.
Yes,
it's brilliant. Travis, sum up WrestleMania in a word.
I didn't get to see it, so
okay. I think that's the best. Didn't see it. I think is a very good response. Did you think? Let's move on.
Snap! Hey, by the way, don't forget.
I'll take my answer. Unsubscribe from the network. That's what it caused me to do.
What? I thought there was a couple good matches. I didn't. Like I said, I didn't see it.
I thought people liked it. I saw a lot of praise on Twitter. I wasn't watching it, but I just saw praise on Twitter. Like, I can hear what they're saying. This is so cool.
Not for me.
I don't like that. The reason I didn't watch it this year is because I didn't want to hear that. I thought it was awkward. But don't forget the super chats, Rob. I don't want to get too far behind.
Yes, we'll do super chats after Dan's picked one of the tweets. Okay. Well, what's really interesting is how you've taken a wrestling image of me from a channel that's about candy. Like, you really tapped into my psyche there, which is unbelievable. So it must mean that you really know your audience.
Wait, that's the person that did the Rob Van Dam one? This person?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, look, I clicked on the link.
Confused.
Yeah, this is it. This is the person.
We did the SpongeBob one first.
Awesome. What?
All right, hang on. Yeah.
That was the SpongeBob one. Okay. Sorry.
Yes, this is the Rob Van Wilson one.
That's cool.
Yeah, awesome. Very, very good thumbnails here. So what is it about? So there's a lot of text here. Nostalgic candy. Okay, I get that. I like the idea of that. You've just cracked 100 subscribers. How long have you been on YouTube? You've been on YouTube for a month. So to hit that milestone is brilliant already. Well done to you. Several videos with triple digits. That all seems great to me. If I was going to say one thing about your thumbnails, well, two things. It would be you might need to start to think about consistency, because they're quite different, many of these, in terms of the fonts that you're using and the colouring, and they may be a little bit overcomplicated. There's a lot of elements on some of these thumbnails, so I'm not sure what I should be looking at. And if your channel banner says that it's about nostalgic candy, that should be the hero of the thumbnails and the channel banner, and it feels as if maybe you are too much of a hero. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. What do you guys think?
I agree. I mean, I love the topic. We're getting some really great topics for which I'm super excited about. I would totally watch this. Like, it's really interesting. What's inside turtles? Like, that's a cool question. I would love the turtles candy be a little bit bigger in that one. Definitely. I think your point is, like, the candy itself needs to be bigger. Quite frankly, I think it's great with like the YouTuber face in some of these, but I think you need to save that. I need to save that for specific types of reactionary videos, like reacting to Peeps cereal. Like, that's a good one. That makes sense, because I don't like Peeps at all. To eat the cereal has got to be atrocious. But yeah, like I love the concept behind this. I just want to see the candies a lot bigger in these thumbnails.
The pizza one has me really curious, but the pizza is kind of hard to see because of the people in the thumbnail. But pizza, that's great.
Now let's just pull back a bit here and say, for a channel that's only created less than 15 videos, for the thumbnails to be at this standard, and you are trying to employ a lot of strategies, you just haven't quite maybe hit the right ones yet. Thumbs up, really nice stuff. Unique title. I'm just gonna have a look at the unique channel. Just
a lot of subscribers
about section.
Such a quick.
So I'm guessing, do you own this shop? I'm guessing you own the shop.
Yeah.
That I'm thinking about. So that's cool as well.
That is awesome. Can we get some candy sent to us? We would love some.
Yeah, get some candy in
Not
the
peeps. Please, we don't want any peeps.
In the in the chat. And I would also say, I guess I'm only assuming here, but maybe you're not allowed to open your store at the moment because of reasons. So this is maybe your outlet at the moment for creating content, and you have quite a nice, unique idea. And I like this idea. Answering strange, sweet questions would be really interesting. Like, another one might be like, how much sugar do you eat a week? And then just like well, this would be like all of your turtles, and then this would be your Smarties and I don't know, fun curious things like that. And it feels as if this is one of the channels where just one of the videos has to pop to bring you in 1,000 subscribers. Great, that gets you onto the next subscriber level, and then the next viral video you do has maybe more than 50,000 views, and I feel as if that's the direction the channel may go in the future. So well done to you, and I want some candy now, or sweets.
I love the idea behind the channel, so congratulations and keep going.
Nicely done, and awesome thumbnail. Awesome thumbnail. All right, we're going to keep going then down this list and have a look at some of these things.
My goodness.
I don't know where to go with that one. That's a better one. I like that one.
That's a good one.
I like that one. What is that? Just a thumbnail?
No.
That's not going to work with us. We've already
we've seen that before. Oh wow.
Yoshi elevators.
I don't even know that I like avocados, but that's kind of interesting.
This is simple, accurate, and simple. But Dan, this is your choice here.
Let's do the
gaming audit.
Yeah, go back up to that. I think that one for me.
All right then. Okay then.
You guys pick some good ones though.
If this is a gaming channel, I'm not going to be impressed. John0201 MusicCraft. Oh, does this mean it's a little variant, or is it just Minecraft?
Okay. I'm seeing a lot of just general Minecraft videos out of the gate.
Looks to be.
But you could be. I mean, okay, I just see a note block tutorial. Okay. So That's probably based on your name. We're going to assume that's probably your bread and butter. You're really good with note blocks. For those who don't know, they play like a chime in the game, and you can set them up to play a whole song if you set up enough of them. So they're kind of cool. And I've seen even the smallest Minecraft channels get a ton of views when they properly put together a note block video of like maybe a hit song or something. So that's something you could explore. Here's what I like that you're doing. You're covering the updates. And you're making pretty decent thumbnails.
This one in particular, I liked. Yeah. That's been his little viral moment here on the channel, I would say.
Definitely. I would say sometimes the text isn't super good, but for the most part, you're doing more right than wrong.
And, it's going in the right direction, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Given how it looked before and now,
yeah,
there's definitely progress there.
Minecraft updates.
4,001 view as well there for no block. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, Minecraft updates. There's usually no shortage of them because as soon as they release a big release, they start on the next one, and there's every few weeks there's another like version of the game you can kind of cover and explore. But sometimes they're very light, and you got to figure out what to do. So I would say that these videos should come in between these note block ones. If you're good at those, those never get old. People love seeing note block. So what you could do is a twofold. You could do a note block video that just does the song, and then a follow-up video how to make that. There's a lot of content opportunities here, and I think it's going to be a matter of just creating videos because you've gotten some views on some of these.
Yeah, I'm going to use a savage phrase here for a second. Let me tell you something. There are a lot of Minecraft channels that we've audited over the last 6 months where they never get to 100 subscribers and they get 10 views or less. This channel in 2 months has got several videos have got hundreds of views, a couple that have got thousands of views, and they are starting to build an audience that way. So I think just keep doing what you're doing in terms of like the passion and I think the evolution. There's a slow form of evolution going on here already on the channel. So well done to you, John0201 MusicCraft.
Before we go, there's one thing you hit on I forgot to say. This, for those of you who play Fortnite, Minecraft, think of the most popular game and you play it on your channel. This is how you play a popular game in 2020. You have to cover it with value. This content creator is doing valuable reviews and covering the subject of Minecraft. Not just, I'm playing Minecraft today, but look at this thing they added. Look at all the dimensions of it. So this is how you want to start a Minecraft channel in 2020.
Very nicely done. All right, Travis, we'll go to the super chats here. Thank you for reminding me to make sure we look at them. Thank you for all of these super chats. Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa, blew me heck.
That's what I was trying to say. You got to get to it.
So, SVE Bartender, congratulations on 500,000 subscribers. I did actually check out your channel, and you have removed all the text on your thumbnails, and they look better. It'd be interesting to know what the click-through rate is on them. You may need to tweak them a little bit, like zoom in a little bit more on the hero because the text was kind of there. But thank you for the $10 super chat. First 1,000 hours. It's clear that you haven't been here since the start or you've never been to a channel audit because I say all of the time, super chats do not guarantee you a channel audit unless we're doing something special like a donation live stream or something, which we may do in the future. SVE Bartender, you got your answer to that. WrestleMania for me caused me to unsubscribe from the network. George Antonio Tiganasu, thank you for the €2.29 there. And Carthu's Dojo, $10. You guys checked out my stuff a couple of weeks ago, back when I was currently following some of your advice. Oh, here we go. I'm going to read this out again because I like to praise myself and the team here. You guys checked out my stuff a couple of weeks ago back, and I'm currently following some of your advice. I'm doing extremely well.
Hey now.
Extremely well now, and we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. Oh, let's just... Is this the one which is all about Dragon Ball Z and we're telling them to do versus-y type stuff? Sorry. I
remember that.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow, look at all
brilliant, awesome. Yeah, just keep it up. Well done.
Wow.
These thumbnails have gotten a lot better.
And send us more money.
Yes.
Don't do that. Real giveaway guy, $2. Thank you for you. And also a second one from George here. I found your channel this week, I guess. I started following your advice on the first goal. 100 subscribers. Guess what? Almost there.
Nice.
Of course, naturally. And pizza delivery for you is back after a hiatus. Thank you for the $20
I'm
there.
back.
Awesome.
Sorry, been busy.
And yeah, 500 people watching right now, almost. Awesome to see you. Thank you very much. We're going to go into the second part of our live stream, which is where we start to do some random selections of channels. And here's how this works. We've got a list here which has, blimey, 616 submissions. That might be a new record. Oh my word. We put it into this machine, which I think will accept 616 submissions. I press the button, it spits out a number, which looks fairly random to me, and we go to 536, and we take that, which means that, that link looks like it's a studio link.
Yeah, that happens on occasion, in which case...
Is that going to work?
No, it won't. It'll take you to our studio.
Well, let's just show off our analytics for a second there. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so we'll have to do another one. Yeah, please make sure to include the channel link, or else we're not going to be able to audit the channel. So 239 is the next one. And that's the type of link we want. Channel. In one word, say what a channel is about. Gaming. Sorry, Kiss. Fair enough. Savage will be back to reply to that one later on, I think. Straught, 65 subscribers here. And this looks to be like a FIFA channel, from what I can tell straight away. Right, so I think the problem here a little bit is that it looks as if you're a Manchester United fan. There's nothing wrong with that. But you're using like stock Manchester United imagery, which isn't necessarily tied to FIFA itself. So that may confuse somebody who's looking at your channel and thinking, is this a channel about Man United and being a Man United fan, or is it actually about FIFA? So the communication is lost a little bit there, I would say. And they're very, very similar, all of these. Where is the difference in each of these? I think it's the episode number. And then sometimes you've got a different player on the image, but it's very difficult to see that. So yeah, a lot of thumbnail wallpaper going on here. Let's have some more custom imagery from the game itself, which I think is going to help you there. Any extra thoughts, Dan, regarding a gaming channel?
Yeah, I wish I knew this. I don't really play any of the EA Sports games, but a lot of games these days, even Animal Crossing, has like built-in cameras where you can take cool pictures.
Yeah, I'm sure FIFA will do. That's
right.
Fantastic
I
point.
think you could take advantage of that and make way less busy-looking thumbnails by taking a moment from one of the games and getting a player kicking the ball or something. And I would also try and find a niche within FIFA that people are going to latch onto, because these seem, if I don't watch any FIFA videos, but these feel generic in some ways.
It looks as if it's somebody's journey through playing the game on a season. And so there's a lot of things about, like, Paul Pogba finally finds his form. So that's like one of the players at Man United. And then signing of one of FIFA 20's best young players. So again, for a larger channel, this journey and story on playing a game would be good. But for the new beginner, you may need some more educational aspects in there. And yeah, just maybe some more screens from the game itself, I would say.
A lot of these games have like microtransactions, and you could show off some of that stuff too, and that would be searchable.
All right, next channel is 298 that we're going to look at here, and this is an entertainment channel. Let's see what you have to offer us.
Whenever it says entertainment, I get nervous.
Because it's a little, and then you find out it's a gaming channel.
It's never entertaining, you know.
Gaming channel, 61 subscribers. You've been here for 3 months. But gaming and more. The more seems to be everything. A helicopter has fallen into a helicopter. Hang on, what the title of that is? A helicopter has fallen into a helicopter in helicopter.
I get, okay, so there's some kind of bug and the helicopters are duplicating or something.
Looks that way, yeah. Some interesting thumbnails for a channel that hasn't got many videos. Subscriber-wise, is pretty good. Some slightly odd things going on here, like bees take over New York. Is that in a game? I don't know. It feels like this might be like a little bit of a pranky, memey type channel, which is fine. But then these kind of go against the grain of like general SEO strategy and titling and that type of thing. And you're just hoping that, like, this is a really good thumbnail. I think that one. I think the title needs to be a little, tell me a little bit more other than just repeating the text, because I get a bit confused about that one. So yeah, Travis, you said entertainment channels always worry you a bit. Is this kind of like the example of where
they all look like this?
I'm not sure what type of entertainment this is.
Yeah. I don't know either.
It's funny when people use that as a category.
Yeah.
I think the only advice I could give a channel like this is try and like keep playing with YouTube and stuff, but try and figure out kind of where you want to go with it.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, we see some of these channels which have got millions of subscribers, and it's just Zaki stuff. Zany. I mixed up Wacky and Zany then, so I said Wayne Zaki.
Huh.
I'm just talking to myself here right now. Zany, wacky channels that have millions of subscribers. When we look at it as a channel with hardly any subscribers, it's like I don't get it, and how am I gonna get into this channel?
Are we still live?
Have we gone off again?
Hold on.
We in?
Is it just him, or is it's going to be all of us? If it's
Hello.
Oh, there you are. Now you're back.
You're coming back.
All right. So my internet connection was unstable temporarily, but we're back. So yeah, I was just saying that the channels like this, where they have millions of subscribers, and the audience gets them, but for when it's a small channel, we don't necessarily get them. But yeah, I think you're right, Dan. Keep experimenting. Something is working on the channel because they're getting some nice views for the amount of videos that they've done, and keep that up, I would say.
I think the other thing too is if you can't tell us what your channel's about, then you got something to figure out.
Yeah, I would agree. Okay, mobile gaming is this channel. And then once we've done this, we'll go back to Twitter to see if anybody's photoshopped Travis onto, I'm going to say, Kevin Nash's head for some reason. That's kind of what I'd like to see from the NWO time. Silence there. Nobody knew what I was talking about.
Nope.
The Masonator here, 23 subscribers. You haven't check that thing on your channel to customize your layout, so make sure to do that so you can add all of these tabs for playlists, the about section, and so on. Some gamey stuff going on here. Looks like Fortnite duos, but we're not including Fortnite in the title, so you might want to add that. Also some COD mobile stuff going on as well there. But for a gaming channel, probably want to see more content as well, because we don't see that much over the last 4 months, if that's everything on your channel.
Yeah. Keep playing with YouTube, learning the platform. Like Rob said, get your channel customized, and yeah, it's best of luck. It looks like a strong start, at least.
Yeah, some green shoots there. Let's go to Twitter. Let's take some more random ones here. Okay, who wants to pick this one? And somebody delivered. Somebody delivered pretty quickly there.
But here's the thing: they didn't put Savage on. They put
it's not. It's the wrong.
So
person.
It's so close. But it's probably close enough.
Oh,
but it's close.
It's like no.
Very close though.
Oh, do we want to watch this one? Is there something going to go?
Oh no!
Oh, it's okay. It's all right.
Now,
I'm going to turn on the sound here because I want to. If they put Jim Ross's commentary to this, like in the wrestling ones. Yeah. Oh, there's no commentary there. Yeah. So, like, if he'd said, "Oh my God, he's broken in half," that would have
been cool. Yeah.
Oh, do I click on this one?
Click on it. Let's see. It's so close. If he had the guy with the glasses on it, it would. It's so close. People are very close.
vidIQ dice. No, yeah, all right, nice one. Anyone's jumping out here?
I think we saw. Wait, what's that? vidIQ knows what the hell is in store for the next 99. Oh, is that? You my first. It's actually pretty funny.
Luke plays. We can't audit your channel again.
Dan goes savage. Remember when Dan went savage briefly? Remember that?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I remember it was last week.
I blacked out.
Let's pick one. Well, what are we going to pick here?
Whoa, what is that? What's going on there?
This one. Yeah, nothing really there.
Okay. And I'll just audit. Yep.
There we go.
I'm gonna ruin this.
he's halfway through doing that. All right, let's pick some. What we're going to go for?
I'll let you guys pick. I'm too biased on these.
I like that last one, but I think have we audited that channel before?
Sam and Meniga. Let's take a look. Take a look.
No, I haven't seen this one. Have you seen it? I haven't.
No, we haven't. These thumbnails aren't familiar to me. It is a gaming channel, though.
It's a board gaming channel, though, yeah? Or is this an actual game video?
I see some itch.io.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Top 5 games. You really you took that doubling down to Nuke Stream.
Yeah. Dates. Why would you include the dates? That's a question for me. What value does adding a date there Because that just confuses me as if it's like some daily update reporting, and it makes me feel as if, oh, do I need to watch all of these or something to know what's going on?
I think it's to separate all of the top 5, so so people know this isn't the same top 5 as the other day. This is another top 5.
Well, I would test getting rid of dates. I'm not a fan of that.
I agree.
Personally speaking. And then, the question is that we've got the hero image. I'm trying to do the thumbnail, the YouTuber look, which is okay. But it feels as if there's a bit of a template going on there that you're going to say, right, I'm going to put one game on the thumbnail, then I'm going to point to it in some way, which is great. But does it really work? I don't know, Dan. What do you think?
It's I think this banner, this double banner thing going on is kind of enshrinking an otherwise really small image. Thumbnails are just small.
Are you laughing at that word?
No.
All right. Enshrinking. I've never heard of that.
It's a new word.
We're an hour and a quarter into this. This is where things get a little crazy.
But yeah, I like the gusto of all these top 5s and stuff, but some of them are doing better than others. I would try and investigate what got those videos searched.
It looks to me like these top 5 itch.io games. There was a series here which did like a nice few numbers here, all in the hundreds, which is good. So maybe you can like drill down into that area a little bit more.
Right.
Ooh.
I would suggest.
Lots of super chats. Big super chats. Good.
I'll be back to them in a second. And then top 5 games to finish.
It's hard because I would tell people to do listicles and things, and
they
they've taken it to this other. Now I'm wondering if it's gone too far.
Yeah,
you know, are we on a point where it's like listicle city? And could you be doing reviews of one of the games now? You did you could take a top 5 and then follow it up with all 5 of those games, do an individual review of those games. And,
lots of content though here. Look at this. Over the past few weeks, lots of content. They were in the double digits, and then they had this nice little run here, like of these 4 videos in a row, which all had more than 100 views. My guess is maybe they had a slightly higher click-through rate, slightly higher watch time. I would research those series of videos and see what he did right there, and then try and replicate that a little bit going forward. But super well done for the passion there. We're like 1 video a day, super consistently as well. So do keep that up. How long have you been going on YouTube? Just out of interest. In 3 months, so a lot of good content out there, practicing, evolving. I like all of that as a creator. Yeah, keep it up. All right, so we're saying, I'm going to guess there's a lot of super chats from a particular person here. Would I be right? Yes, I would. Right, what's going on here? Oh my word! Right, so pizza delivery, $20 there, another $1 there, $2 there. It looks as if pizza delivery is going through all of the colours of the super chat matrix there, doubling, which is great. $20 there. Thank you, Oakley Auto Dealing, for the $1.11 super chat there, and then the $2.22. I mean, people are having like a super chat face off here with different values, and then $50.
That's
awesome,
not the last
incredible.
One more.
Thank you. Is there one more?
Yeah, there is.
I can't scroll down to it right now.
Well, it's $100.
Oh my word! Pizza delivery for you. I mean, thank you for the super chats. It really is appreciated. You can afford this, right? I don't want you to be spending all of your monies on super chats. You don't
appreciate
have to do that.
But yeah, you need to.
We're fine. Yeah. We're fine. Look after yourself. I just want to make sure you're doing that. Also, I don't know what happened there for like 15 minutes. We were off air. But yeah, thanks for rejoining us there. Must be YouTube's analytics. Right, what we're going to do, let's go back to, I think we can pick one more, I'd say here. If we go back up the list a little bit, was there any more?
Oh, if you refresh, you know how they say, you need to be something to stop you from scrolling. Well, there's one there.
Okay, it's attention.
No, but that's not it.
I asked and somebody delivered.
Shall receive.
They
that's
delivered.
Not what I was thinking of, but we can definitely take a look at that.
Kevin Nash. Oh,
you'll
yeah.
see it when you see it.
Is it another one?
It's another one. That's not even the one. That
right. Well, we'll do Florida first. Videos sometimes, and that will be chopped off on the mobile app, I would say. Gaming, Dan, Minecraft, Roblox.
Yeah, similar. Okay.
I hope you're doing that like in the context of a good video. I hope it's not actually any bullying going on, because that would be against YouTube terms of service. So just be aware of that. The rest of these, though, I've Octodad, Peppa Pig. I've no idea what any of these are.
Even if you're just memeing and no one's getting hurt, but just whenever you put the word like bullying in the title, I'm sure that raises a red flag with somebody. So just be careful with content like that. I think this channel needs to work on a few things. Thumbnails, titles.
Yeah, it's similar to the first channel we looked at, isn't it? The titling doesn't really help me. Well, I guess Peppa Pig on crack. I guess that does tell me what that video is about.
This one got savaged a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Octodad, but it's more chaotic than usual. Okay.
What about it was chaotic would be my question. You know, I'm sure there could be like one more impactful clip in there that you could have put in the thumbnail, an explosion or something.
I'm not sure what the channel's about either. It's sometimes gaming, sometimes some animation stuff going on here.
I'm hesitant to give advice just because it's just there's so many things you're doing, and I'm not sure where you want to go with your channel. And if I don't know, your audience isn't going to know.
You know what I'm going to describe this channel as? I may start applying this to channels of this nature. It is a dank channel, which means that I don't understand really what the word dank means, and I kind of then apply it to these channels, which I think are rather similar vein. Or am I saying something really wrong and bad there?
I think dank's more of a positive thing. Like, oh, this is dank, right? Isn't that what
that means? I don't know.
I don't know. That's how I always interpret it.
All right. Well, anyway, thanks for
with the slang, I guess.
Thanks for the Kevin Nash view on there. So you want me to scroll down there? Is there an even better one?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Right there. Click that one.
Really? Are you sure?
Click it. Yes.
Lowest common denominator attempt. That one. Oh, hello. Hello. The Emperor's got his lights on. I don't get that one.
I don't get that.
So are you picking this one then?
I mean,
Travis?
just real quick.
All right. I think that makes it work. Come on.
Well, here's the thing. You did say we want you to get our attention, and you got our attention. So okay, fair play.
Just vibey here. I think Grand Theft Auto. When I look at the channel banner,
I like that banner.
But is it Minecraft? Or is this? Ooh. Oh, this feels. I don't know what this is. Oh,
a few different games. It looks like several different games.
I think it might be. Here's how I feel this channel might be. It might be a personality with a certain type of commentary or humor, and they're trying to apply that to the games they play. So the hero of the content is not the game itself, but it's this person's interpretation of those games. That's kind of where I'm drifting to. Where that kind of like I guess PewDiePie might approach it again,
right?
Which is fine. I think it's going to take a bit longer to get traction because you're not necessarily a search intent type of channel. Like who's searching for the toilet paper man? Probably not that many people right now. Who is searching for the new Picasso Google Quick Draw? Again, not that sure right now. But it looks as if you're sort of experimenting and finding where you might have an audience to love your content.
For a channel like this, if you're right, I think their best course of action is to play the newest games they can get their hands on.
And maybe include that in the SEO. So they're kind of grabbing the attention there a little bit and then applying their style to the content. I think that's a good idea, Dan.
Eventually, you can go back to Minecraft older games once you start growing that audience. But it's just Minecraft's already hard enough to rank for. So you want to be taking the newest games you can find and bringing your flavor to them, your personality.
Nice suggestion. Let's go back to the machine because what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something to this machine, but I'm not going to tell people what I'm going to do yet because we know what happened last week when we did that. All right, 248.
So how many are in there right now? 662.
662. Whew. Right. Okay. This is a beauty channel. We've not had a beauty channel or a cooking channel of any description, so this is going to be a refreshing change for us here. I think.
Like the banner.
It is. Apologies if I pronounce your name wrong, but I'm going to try and do it to respect your channel. It's Madhuri Chiguru. I think I'm sort of halfway right there. Hidden your subscriber count, so we don't know how many subscribers you got. I'm guessing with the view counts, you're in the low 1,000 or maybe 500, 750, that type of range. Channel banner, yes, Dan. Okay. It is a bit generic, though. A value proposition of what's actually there might be helpful because looking at the thumbnails, there seems to be a little bit more than beauty because we have like a recipe here and we got some fashion stuff like what's in my bag, and so there's some things to maybe challenge there. Travis, you've had to endure several gaming channels, so I'll let you loose on this one a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think the one thing is the inconsistency of kind of thumbnails and kind of what's like, I'm trying to understand what my value proposition is. There's makeup, there's food, there's leaf powder, there's, I don't know what I'm getting anytime I would see you pop up in my subscription. And I think that's really important, especially for creators that are starting out. Of course, we don't really know how big you are, but I think the point remains that it's hard to understand what I would be subscribing for. Am I subscribing for bread recipes? Am I subscribing for skincare? Am I subscribing for something else like a vlog? Like, I don't know. And you need to make it clear so that when people subscribe, they have a much better chance of actually watching, because there's so much different content here that you're guaranteeing that a percentage of those people will not watch some of that content. What you should be doing is guaranteeing that most of them will. And the only way to do that is to have a clear message and a clear niche.
Let's sort by most popular, see if there's any particular themes that are sticking out here. Okay, so you haven't really had so there was some stuff about traveling and which did well, but it doesn't feel as if your channel's about that anymore. It feels as if you pivoted on your channel. It feels as if it used to be a lot more like traveling and seeing people and doing certain things, and now I think understandably because of the current situation, you're doing more like at home type of stuff. But yeah, you're right. I continue to scroll through the thumbnails and look at the titles, and I'm still not sure what I would be getting out of this channel after 2 or 3 minutes of really looking into it.
Yeah.
Food, beauty, your personal vlogs, Turkish ice cream, a little bit of niching down here might help for the channel. All
right, are we going to do what I think you're going to do?
I know. I think we can fit in one more. I think we can do one more because we want to do it for the last half hour. 242. By the way, I'm just going to ask as well. I don't know how people can tell me this, but if anybody wants to recommend a different random number generator, which has some graphics of interest, because I've done like a lot of searches for other ones, and they're all just very plain text, and I think they'd be very boring. Yeah. But this one sometimes seems to give us like numbers which seem far too close to each other whenever I do it, so I don't know how random it is. Because some people have been saying that maybe we can. How can we do this fairer? And believe you me, we've thought a lot about how to make this as fair but as random as possible in the past, and we've kind of come up with these ideas which we think are the best approach, but we always welcome different suggestions on that. Now, Sherm X69X channel banner doesn't tell me what the channel is about.
I see some Tekken.
Yes, there's some gaming here. Tekken 7, all right, so some Tekken 7 stuff going on. But from the thumbnails, except for this one, which includes a title, I wouldn't know this is from Tekken, Dan, would you? Really?
The only reason I knew that is because I saw it in the titles of some.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean the rest of the channel is. There's some other various seemingly random stuff.
It has been for the last month, I would say, and then what's before that?
Also committed to putting Tekken as like a hashtag in their title.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting. And those videos aren't doing a whole lot for them. The other thing I noticed is that just a couple of those thumbnails, it looks like that's uploaded straight from the PlayStation video creator or whatever that is. So custom thumbnails. These might be live streams. I see.
Yeah, a lot of them are. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's always good, I still think, to put custom thumbnails and metadata on your live streams. But yeah, gosh, let's see. Are they all fighting games at least?
I'd say for the last month, it's all been about Tekken 7. I don't know how old that game is as well. I can't remember the last time a Tekken came out, so I assume it's an older.
No, it's about a year or so old. So
oh, okay. Yeah. I just remember Tekken 3 from like 1998 on like the original PlayStation.
That and Tekken Tag Tournament.
Yeah. Soul Calibur 2, by the way, my personal favorite of the fighting games. Argue in the chat if you want to. So yeah, we're thinking that the thumbnails probably need to be a little bit tighter. Maybe think about getting rid of the hashtag in Tekken 7, especially when it's Tekken 7 without a space either.
Yeah.
So how searchable is that? And Dan, you'll just go back to your typical advices like tutorials, how to educate people on how to be a better player of the game, or like character breakdowns, that type of thing.
To add to that, though, I think some research is needed too. I would just punch in Tekken and try and see what people are searching for around it, and see how you can cover that.
Now,
Oh, Taz, that's awesome.
you see, if you could savage that, because it is just a picture of Taz, isn't it? But yeah, that is. I like the idea. You're just not quite there. Oh, people are coming in with a wrestling.
Call the fight on.
Yeah. There we go. That's the one we like. I'm going to pick that one. Yeah, love that one. Any others here that we're liking?
What was that SpongeBob?
Oh,
topic?
I mean, we've got a lot of wrestling fans on Twitter. We like this. I love this, especially since I'm not in it. Yeah, I love it. All right, so let's. So I'm going to pick this one, and then
While we do this, is you should do the other thing so that people can.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay. So let me just load this channel now. What we try and do here is when this gets a little out of hand, this list, and because there's 680 people here, which is awesome, but we know that some of you will have left. We've got 470 people watching now, so get ready, folks. You see what I'm doing here?
Oh no!
I'm purging the list.
Boom.
But submit now, and you might have a better chance because
right now.
There's less people. I'm just interested. I just want to refresh it now, and how many people are there? Nobody submitted yet.
We're delayed. That's because we're delayed. They're just now seeing this.
Okay. Right. So let's go to this one. This channel. Oh, I've already loaded it up. I do apologize. I've got too many tabs up. Jackmus Games. I don't think we've audited this one before.
No, this user is, holy cow. When it comes to thumbnails and everything, I think this
nice work.
Above the belt a bit. Way more views than subscribers on some of these videos.
Yeah, how long have you been on YouTube? Stands to reason, a month old, and already. I mean, the very first thumbnail was very good quality.
Yep.
Transport Fever versus Frostpunk. I'm gonna guess those two games aren't connected that much.
Sort of. They're management games. You manage things in these. I'm very familiar with this genre. I love management games. So you've picked a genre you've niched into. You are making custom thumbnails that I think are nice, a little bit too similar, some of them.
Yeah, a little samey. I would agree with that.
Yeah, a little bit, but they're nice. You're titling them well, I think, because they're getting discovered, and I think you're taking a lot of our advice already because I'm noticing just a lot of that. Like, you're doing episodes of a game, you're playing through it, but in your titles, I can tell you're talking about things that happened in the video, like things that might get searched for rather than Frostpunk episode 1, 2, so on. You're doing a lot right.
And they're trying to incorporate. They are doing some storytelling and like the walkthroughs, but they're also including the occasional tutorial as well, which I think is a good idea.
Yeah.
I guess one question is, how popular are these games in the public right now? In terms of the audience, unless this is like a niche area and you can like build a small audience from it.
It's pretty niche. The Transport Fever 2 came out pretty recently. I think I even looked at Good Company. I actually want that game if it's the one I'm thinking of. The Frostpunk's the oldest one here, interestingly enough. But no, this user's doing great. It's kind of hard to give more advice than your thumbnails seem a little bit busy at times.
But a nice start, Chatmas, for being on YouTube for a month. You've already getting double-digit views on some of these, like 33 subscribers. You're well on the way.
You've been studying. It shows.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. All right, I'm going to click back on this audit list now and see how many people have submitted. How do people do that? How does that happen?
I'm not surprised.
I don't get that. I mean, well done. And I'm going to reward the first person who has managed to fill it out. As we purge a list. So we'll audit this person first, and then we'll start doing some randoms. Oh, hang on. We've just done that person. That can't be the same person. Let's try and get that link again. Copy and paste. Is it the same person? There we go. All right. This channel is Athensandro. Athensandro, I think, is the name of your channel. And it is a gaming channel of Cuphead, 3-on-3 freestyle basketball, Titanfall, Assassin's Creed. Every single video is a different game, as we would generally recommend against that.
Very different games too.
And very different games. And like, what is the purpose of each of the videos? Tutorials on some of these, how to create an invisible cell trap. Like, interesting. This one is this Minecraft or is it Fortnite?
I think it looks like Fortnite.
It might be Fortnite. This one tutorial one, even if you've not included Fortnite in the title, 70 views. I mean, that's pretty good for comparatively speaking versus how all of your other videos have been. Yeah, every video is different.
Well, it's funny because we'll get asked this sometimes. How do I pick just one game? How do I niche down? Well, when you've played this many games, you now have a lot of data to go off of.
Yeah.
So you can make that part of your decision. Out of all these games, which got the best views, the best engagement, and is that one you can see yourself playing for a run? And that would be the first place I would start.
And watch Dan's vidIQ video on like
all of them.
Yeah, just watch. All right, don't watch a particular one. Just watch all of them. There you go. Well played, Dan. Well played. All right, 198. We are looking at here as the next one, and this is
a gaming channel.
It's another gaming channel. Oh my word. No, why is it? Am I struggling to copy and paste here? Come on, get together. Unless this person's managed to submit their channel twice and it's picked the same channel twice.
200 times.
Okay, here we go. King Noob 06.
Okay.
So I would say this is the most generic channel name, along with a generic channel banner, along with a generic style of random Fortnite type stuff with a bit of other game. It feels like some generic mistakes is how I might call this channel in one sense.
The titles are not quite enough. Fortnite should be in every single one of them. And I mean, you have a couple videos that hit a little bit more than most of the others, though.
What is it about the Tower of Death on Fortnite and
know.
the fact that it looks like you're wearing a Catwoman outfit? What is the story to be told there? Why should I click on this? That's a question I'm asking to the viewer now. What would make me want to click on this other than it's about Fortnite and it's about the Tower of Death? Okay, there's probably millions of videos about that topic. Why is this one going to be more compelling to me as a viewer than anyone else? And I think that's the questions that each of these videos need to answer. Yeah,
but you have niched down into Fortnite.
That is true. That is true.
So that's good. And some of your thumbnails are a lot better than others.
Yeah, I'd agree. There is a peaks and troughs of quality in terms of the thumbnails.
Yeah, so it's time to kind of really hone in on and tighten up your whole channel.
Yeah. Next channel is.
Oh, it's a gaming channel.
It's a gaming channel. Is Travis still there?
I think
is he still alive? The newest Vegas. All right, this looks as if it's about Fallout 3 specifically. Older game. Haven't done that many videos. It looks as if you've just come back onto YouTube in the last week. And it looks as if you've made a departure now from Fallout 3. It's like Battle Royale and Fortnite. I mean, for the size of a channel, 15 subscribers, you've already got a little bit of nice viewage there. More views and subscribers. I always like to see that. Looks like you're doing some video essays as well, which is different. Like you're actually answering potential questions that gamers are asking, which I like that as well.
Yeah, I think that could be a direction for you as you kind of discover your content on YouTube and how you want to approach it, because your two latest videos did a lot better than the Fallout ones. And Fallout 4, I would say, isn't going to get a lot of search these days, much less Fallout 3. So that is an area you should probably explore because it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Channel number 6 here. Now, I'm just going to see. Does it tell me the summary? No. Sometimes on this summary, it like gives me a graph, and like the gaming one is just like a skyscraper versus all of the other ones that are flat. Sorry, what channel was that it just picked?
6.
Number 6. All right.
There's a lot of gaming channels, and I just want to reiterate this. We say it at the beginning, but we give a lot of advice to gaming channels, and I sit here struggling to try not to say the same exact things I've said for the last 2 hours. I hope you're taking note on these other channels that are being audited today, because a lot of this advice applies to a lot of the channels we've seen time and time again.
Speaking of gaming channels, Dan, Goliath Gaming, nearly 300 subscribers. Looks as if this is definitely one about a unique driving game niche, I would say. iRacing is the game.
iRacing is a simulator, a very advanced racing simulator.
So just from like a channel point of view, I get what this channel is about instantly.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that about, even if it is a gaming channel, and we've done a dozen of these already, this one interests me because it's something different, and I get it. I get the value proposition almost immediately.
Yeah. Fun fact about iRacing right now, and you might find a way to work this into your channel. NASCAR can't perform right now, so they are literally on the broadcast networks where they would normally broadcast a race, taking the drivers, putting them simulators. Yes, I'm dead serious.
Is that what they're doing?
Yes, the drivers are running an actual tournament within iRacing week after week.
Whoa.
That's a thing that is happening.
So what if I do iRacing NASCAR, then we might not come up with something interesting. All right.
That should.
There we go.
iRacing NASCAR.
Autocomplete, that's your first thing. Absolutely, this channel should
Fox
take
highlights.
a look at what's going on here.
Literal commentators like Jeff Gordon are commentating on the race, like just like they would every week, but it's iRacing.
Oh, window of opportunity here. Look at this. vidIQ's giving you the dings here. Like, volume is all right. Low competition. Channel with 3,000 subscribers. Ranked number 2. That's the answer for that channel, isn't it? Incorporate the NASCAR stuff.
Yeah.
They're not already doing it, are they? No, but I can't see it in the titles there. So, yeah.
This is pretty funny, too. Last weekend, a driver rage quit, and they lost a sponsorship over it.
What, on the video game?
Yeah, he rage quit the race. He got crashed, and he's like, "I'm out," and the sponsor dropped him.
All right, advice channel. Here we go. It's something a little different here.
We didn't offer that channel a lot of advice. I'm sorry, but you have a really big opportunity there.
No, I think we nailed it. I think sometimes just like one piece of advice is really going to help, and I think we found it. Travis, hello, if you're still there.
Yeah.
Talks YTYI. 700 subscribers, so you've already built up some audience here. So what is this, like an advice channel? Like almost like maybe an agony art type of channel. Be ready, positive vibes, healthy advice, motivational talks. Okay. What do we think here?
All right, so just talk. So how long was the channel?
How old?
Yeah, how long has it been around?
Okay, so they've been around for quite a long time.
Because if they're up to 700 subscribers, that's pretty darn good. I would then look at what did people subscribe for.
Yes, because the view counts.
So that would be the
right
first
now aren't really working for the channel.
Yep. So let's see what's what. So they subscribed for dealing with a breakup. So advice, welcome to my channel, which is just the channel trailer, and believe in yourself. So mostly dealing with a breakup. So kind of advice in a relationship. I would probably do more of that type of content and see where it goes. Obviously 7 months ago, there's multiple ways to deal with a breakup. I would immediately do that, because here's the thing. You have to remember that people, oh yeah, Jessica J, of course. Where is she at now? I haven't looked at her. She's got to be blown up by now.
I spelled that right. There she is.
That's her.
Okay.
41,000. Wow. What was she at when she first came in? Like 6,000?
Oh, this time last year, I think less than 1,000 subscribers.
She's just blown up. It's ridiculous how big she's gotten. Yeah.
And this is all about, we're choosing this channel, by the way, because it's just exclusively about relationship advice. So like niching down into a particular area with this type of content is really working for her channel. Looks like she's taking a bit of a break at the moment. But yeah, that might be a one to follow.
She just destroyed it. Jessica was in our live streams. We audited her one time. She made a couple changes and she just has blown up. I mean, congratulations. I hope she's still around. But yeah, definitely look at the things that have brought you the most views and do more of that content, because it worked. And more than likely, people subscribed on that content and are looking for more of that.
I guess you've done one here, like a follow-up how to get over your ex, that didn't do well. It goes from relationship to then questions about motivation and like mental health. So yeah, I don't know, maybe if, and another thing is like, how often you're posting it right now. Is there an opportunity to do more posting with the time available? Like, it might be good to like create a bit more consistency potentially with the content if you can.
Yeah, I'll give you a case in point. I recently had a video that if you're looking at your last 48 hours, it's actually a really good opportunity. So I I did a new version of a video that I did in November that had been doing well for me over the last week and a half. And that video that I released just yesterday has like well over 10,000 views in one day. Oh, love it. Love the elbow drop. Because people who had been watching that video recently are now being suggested the video I released yesterday.
Is that?
We shouldn't be doing these more anyway. We're not looking at these. We're doing randoms.
I thought we were gonna. I was gonna take one from here.
There's one I like if you want.
Which one's that?
Just Boomers. That's great.
That is fantastic. I'm picking that channel. But is there another one?
There was one I liked. You'll have to click on it to expand it. It was pretty good.
Okay. Where is it?
Just keep scrolling. Not that one, but you'll like it maybe.
Yeah, I'm not clicking on that one. Sorry, that might be too graphic.
It wasn't, but it made me feel unwell.
Am I keep going?
Keep going. That one with the SpongeBob. No, up.
Oh.
No. Up that one. I thought that was pretty funny.
I don't get it.
I think their logo's at the one at the bottom, but it's we're analytical and they're not.
Oh, right. Okay, I get it.
I guess I more fondly remember the show.
Yeah, I've not really watched SpongeBob SquarePants.
The character is notoriously dumb. Is the joke?
Okay, we're going back to PSC because I love that thumbnail that he did of us not knowing. So Viz looks like a dank channel to me. Gotta be honest.
It's super dank.
Anything else to add?
I like your dank thumbnails. It looks like you have some dank views.
They're pretty dank. You got a dank hero on the thumbnails here. I like that.
Yeah. I Am Bread from a month ago. That game's pretty old. Gmod is very old, but has a pretty strong community. So I would, instead of funny moments, I would have gone with the newest Gmod trend. There's always something.
Covering a dank number of games here.
Yeah, the dank number. Yes.
One dank away from 50 danks.
I couldn't have said it better myself. But niche down a bit and take some of these games you've chosen, have their own communities within communities. So there's a lot of opportunities there.
You've got a dank audience as well. Like versus a dank number of subscribers versus a dank number of views. It's pretty danky.
It is.
Danky.
All right. That's what happens when you make fun out of us.
We showed them.
So we showed them.
Right, how many people are in the random? We need to do this for the people that have stuck around.
All right, Travis. All right.
I'm for the people.
All right, it's for the people. Number three. Oh, in one word, what is your channel about? Dogs moving forward.
Oh, I like it.
Okay. We might have audited this channel. The channel name is familiar. But I don't remember this. So Rotty Paws.
Rottweiler
dog product videos. All right. So what I would immediately say is when I look at the channel banner and I look at the value proposition and then the thumbnails, it's like, what is it really? This has got nothing to do. I'm confused.
Yeah, this is problematic.
Pivot.
So I think the channel's pivoted in the last 2 weeks.
Unlist everything that has nothing to do with what you're doing. Unlist it immediately because it's so confusing. Although there are some dogs there. Is that a dog in someone's hand? Are those animals? What's going on there?
So there's a rock podcast on there. This was from a few months ago. Yeah.
Unlist everything.
I know this may impact your like trying to work towards 4,000 hours of watch time, but really it's just throwing us completely what this channel's about.
The other thing is, if any of those videos happen to blow up for some reason, they're going to send a whole bunch of subscribers that have nothing to do with your current content. You need to unlist it immediately.
Yeah, so this channel's starting from scratch. It's almost like with these 1,000 subscribers, is it one of these where you wanted to keep the 1,000 subscribers and then just pivot to a completely new topic because then once you've got 4,000 hours of watch time, you can monetize it? But it feels as if for this channel, this new pivot, you'd almost want to start a brand new channel. Because all of these subscribers are completely disengaged from what you're doing now.
And if you ever want to go back to what you were doing for some reason too,
yeah,
it's kind of tough.
And then now let's have a look at. So let's take these 3 videos in isolation because I think these are the ones about the pet products that they're reviewing. We want nice big images of the products themselves, probably with maybe an image of a dog interacting with it as well because everybody loves dogs and are more likely to click on it, I think. And anything else there? Again, it's so niche that does anybody want to watch an interview of you like a show about a product? Or I guess it's similar as maybe, Travis, if you went to like CES and you interviewed somebody about, I don't know, let's say a Chromebook, and you're not really a Chromebook channel, you're like more like about mobile tech, how is the audience going to react to that? And it kind of feels as if that might be what's going on here.
Yeah.
I think this might be fine on like on a website or like on LinkedIn where it's going to be really specialized stuff, but reviewing products, I'm not sure. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to. I like the idea of reviewing dog products and then having your dog come in and give the final review. Like he either likes it or doesn't like. Like that is an interesting idea for a channel. I would watch that.
Yeah, whereas all of these, the thumbnails are two people talking at each of it.
Yeah.
That doesn't make me want to click on something about a dog product.
No.
If truth be told.
I would love to see someone come in, do a review of the dog thing, but the final result is whether or not the dog likes it. You give it to them and you watch the dog either like it or not. And then that's your thing.
Well, that's took a lot of unpicking, hasn't it, to try and work out what the channel's about. Dan, sorry, I think you want to say something?
Sorry, yeah, not anything super important, but at the very, very top of the screen.
Where were we featured on vidIQ?
I feel like I remember one of these thumbnails, and I don't know if it was from a Discord thumbnail audit, but the dog and the parrot like thumbnail. I've seen that before.
I've got to be honest. I don't think that's going to get you more views. It's like, you know, when you go to Walmart and you see those products on shelves and it says featured on TV. It's nice, thanks, but don't let vidIQ interfere with your value proposition. That is odd. Okay. I'm completely lost. Where are we? Okay. Where's Savage? Are we doing random?
Yeah, we still got more randoms. Do some more randoms.
Okay. I've managed to remove a machine. There it is. Let's bring it back. I've got it back now. How many submissions have we got now? We're back up to 260. Okay, so it did make a difference. We managed to remove some who weren't probably watching the live stream anymore. Right, 116 is the next one that we're going to do here. This is a horror channel. Silver Studio Horror, 2,500 subscribers it looks like here. Okay. I'll tell you what, actually, what would be really cool is if everybody for 1 week just put featured on vidIQ on their channel banner.
That's a great idea.
That'd be cool. For us, but for no one else. Silver Studio Horror Event. Okay. I'm seeing Zelda. I'm seeing Pokemon. I'm seeing more Pokemon. So I'm not really seeing where the horror element of this is.
It's these pastas. Creepy pasta. Pokepasta. That's their whole thing.
What is that then? Is this another dank thing?
I've never been clear. It's kind of like the dank thing. I've never been super clear on it. The copy pasta is a thing, and I'm still not. I know it's like creepy pasta. Sorry, yeah. So I know it's like a creepy thing, but the meme culture's gotten way away from me. I've gotten very old, I guess. But yeah, so I'm gonna just try and look past the random amount of games.
So I think what I will say is that the focus of the channel, even though I don't understand what it is the creepypasta or game pasta thing, and they're applying that to different video games, which I think is absolutely fine. I don't really have an issue with that. I think that strategy seems absolutely fine because it's not necessarily the game that's a hero, it's your interpretation of a game within your interest.
Correct.
So that is good, and I like that. Thumbnails, the black is making everything far too dark on the thumbnails. Yep. I know maybe you want this horror element if that's attached to the creepypasta thing, but there are ways to make horror thumbnails look punchy. A good example of this is CZ's World. Actually, the very first channel I audited or did a case study on with vidIQ, CZ's World, now up to 400,000 subscribers. Like, these are horror. This is all horror stuff. But look at how the thumbnails, even though they are dark to a certain extent, they have punch in them because they use some nice contrasting colors in the thumbnails. So maybe going towards that theme with the darker imagery, I guess, from the thumbnails wise. Anything else other than I think they're doing well? It feels as if whenever you do something on poke pasta, each of the poke pasta ones seem to perform better than anything else you do. So double down on that theme a little bit, I would suggest, going forward. Yeah, each one.
You've captivated quite the Pokemon audience, so definitely do that. And I would love to see these thumbnails amped up. Yeah,
there we go. All right.
Congrats on 2.5 subscribers.
Well done. I'm guessing you have one or two videos that really punched out there and bringing in subscribers. All right, 237 is the next one. 237. Let's have a look here. Education channel. Okay, what sort of education do you have for us today? All right, so we haven't got a channel banner yet, so we don't know what you are about. You've been on YouTube for a year, but it looks like you're really cranking up the content in the last day. Wow, so you've done 4 videos in the last day, so spread those out a little bit, because the problem is that like the video from 1 day ago got 2 views, and then everything else after it hasn't got any views, maybe because the notifications haven't reached the subscribers, or you're just not giving the videos a chance to breathe. If you're going to be talking about this, is it a story about Mummy Loves Elmo, then we'll want to see some imagery of how that tells the story a little bit. But saying this, you're a very young YouTuber. Welcome to the YouTube journey, and yeah, just keep doing it. Keep pushing out content, and have fun with it. I would generally say. Anything from you, Travis or Dan?
As time goes on, it'd be cool to see some custom thumbnails. But like you said, welcome to YouTube. It looks like you got a lot to share. So best of luck.
Travis left. I want to tell you something. I'm just here to sit down and listen and see what type of channels you're auditing today. I'm here just to help out. Just a little bit, not too much. Just a little bit, though. By the way, some of the vidIQ checks have been bouncing lately. So I made an agreement, and they're paying me in toilet paper. I'm making it rain. I want everyone to come over here and get some of these bills. I'm making it rain. You see this? You see how much this is? Triple ply. I got paid off my cable bill and everything. This is the most. It's the most. How is the chat doing today?
Savage, I think you can get arrested in some states for doing that right now. So please don't waste that toilet paper. We've got some super chats in, Travis. Sorry. No, he's gone.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. We've got some super chats here in Savage. So, Goliath Gaming, who sent us 50 Hong Kong dollars. Wow, awesome. Thanks so much, Dan and Rob. Really appreciate your advice. Any further words for Goliath Gaming there from you, Savage?
How much is toilet paper in Hong Kong? Maybe I can sell you some. I got plenty. I'm being paid in toilet paper nowadays, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a roll. It's a fat stack.
And pizza delivery for you continues to be incredible with his super chat donations. $100. Phew! How much toilet roll is that gonna?
That's half of this. I'm not gonna lie.
Half a roll.
Only half. Okay. Wow. All right. I'm seeing the usual chat go live. It's like we kind of have this inverse action here where the chat goes up and the audience retention and concurrent viewers goes down, which is great to see. So,
by the way, did you know that space smells like seared steak? You ever thought about that? First of all, I don't know how you smell space, but apparently it smells like seared steak. You can Google it.
So let me just let you know that Savage likes to give us these wonderful facts each and every week, and I'm calling him out. How can that even be proven?
I would love for you to Google it, and you will find out.
I'm not correct. Googling anything you suggest.
Savage facts. Hashtag Savage facts, everybody.
Shane Collins 666. Can we get him all to 1,000 subscribers in the next couple of minutes? I assume your channel's about the Rolling Stones, but then I look at the thumbnails and I don't think it is. What do you think, Savage?
I think you're asking the wrong person. They're paying me in toilet paper nowadays. You got to talk to Dan on this one. I'm sorry. Dan, what do you think?
I think it's a Grand Theft Auto channel. Looks like you have, you know what I like about your thumbnails is that you take a funny moment and you put in the thumbnail, whereas other people will say, oh, Grand Theft Auto funny moments and put the logo. But let's crank up the saturation. Let's get them a little more impact.
And they're saying like what's going on, questions, that type of thing. They're sort of emphasizing what's going on. Brilliant. I'm going to refresh his channel and see if it's got 1,000 subscribers now, because that'd be wonderful if it has. Oh, he's got one more. We'll come back to that one. We'll come back to Shane Collins and see if he gets 1,000 subscribers before the end of the live stream. Who else wants to be given a Savage treatment here?
The unicorn is the national animal of Scotland.
That is not, I can tell you for a fact that is not true.
What are you talking about? It's true. You can Google all this. Facts.
That is false. That's pure fabrication. Red Rubiks. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
This is interesting. Oh, what is this about? Savage. This is right down your street.
What is this? Oh, lights. I like it. What do you think about that, Dan?
Lights.
They're colorful. I like them. I like these thumbnails. We found a pretty unique channel. It's a shame that we found it now.
It certainly is. So we have had one of these channels before, I think, back way in the day when Jeremy was helping out here. There's this light board thing that you can play to music. So you're able to use this unique I guess, visual tool with music, and then use like that as the keywords. Like there's one here with 1,000 views, another one here with 5,000 views, and yeah, really getting some traction here, which is brilliant to see. And like, here's an interesting thing: the thumbnails are relatively simple because it's in some cases a freeze frame. But I think it kind of works for this channel because they need to see this light imagery. Anything else you might add to these, Savage?
I have a question. I'm trying to do a super chat with my toilet paper and I can't fit it into the camera. How does that work?
You would need to insert it into your SD card, I think. Try that. First of all, Savage, put lots of water on it and then insert it into your SD card slot.
Hey.
And
All right,
that should get you
personal,
sorted out
the
there.
personal area. By the way, I don't know if you knew this, Rob, but kids ask 300 questions a day. So I figure our chat is at least half children.
Well,
Pretty sure that's what's going on.
I can vouch for that because my fiance asks me several thousand questions a day. All right, let's go to the next one here, which is Damious 22. It looks like a what's it called? A Brawl Stars channel. You played Brawl Stars, haven't you, Savage?
I have done it in real life. Yes.
Oh, right.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Which is your favorite weapon then?
A Stone Cold Stunner is what I give people when I don't give me correct change at the dining area.
Very good.
What do you think the answer to this is, Dan? What's the question here? Can you help this channel out? I don't know nothing about channels.
Well, they could use maybe some better thumbnails, titles, etc.
That's great advice, etc.
It's gone.
Let me figure out how to implement etc. into my.
You can't pick apart a channel that disappears.
I'm so glad I came to the vidIQ channel audit where I found out that I should etc.
That's another T-shirt.
He's turning on us.
Implement etc. That is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Quick update here on Shane Collins 666. He now has 900 and there we go, 1,000 subscribers. We've monetized your channel live here on the stream. You are most welcome, sir. Congratulations.
Have some toilet paper.
Have some toilet paper. Blue Z here. Oh, this looks like an interesting channel. Rocket
Streaming
League
channel.
With some interesting Rocket League thumbnails there. A lot of live streaming going on. But now you have 2,500 subscribers, but not that many views. What's going on here? Let's have a quick look. Searchy. So maybe you've pivoted and deleted a lot of content, or you've got your subscribers some other way.
They need to enroll in the Savage Stonks Academy. They'll learn how to get more views by getting into the Savage Stonks Academy. As you can see, all you got to do is sign up at www.savagestonks.com//Facebook/ I forget what the rest of it is. $2,000 a day. You too will have up to 40 to 50 more views a day.
Savage.
Savage.
Dan, any thoughts here for this Rocket League channel? It's got some Rainbow Six in there as well.
Some of your Rocket League streams just have so many views, and I can't figure out how they did like so well up here, and then your latest videos have not kept up. I don't know without watching them, so I would try and go back and figure out what may have happened.
Let's go back to Shane Collins, 666, and he still has 1,000 subscribers because we've managed to abbreviate his sub counts. So there you are. You're going to be stuck there for quite a long time.
Nice
sorry about that. All right. We now have still nearly 500 people watching. I can't believe it, Savage. You're managing to actually retain our audience here.
You see how the chat is going wild. We got time for maybe one more Savage fact before I have to go have lunch. Let me go ahead and find one right quick.
Yeah, go for it.
I want you to understand this one very important thing.
Sorry.
This is true. This is a true fact. That's actually what I do with Rob every time we hang out. I lather him in honey. Keep all the people away.
I can neither confirm nor deny that such a thing ever happens.
Lots of honey.
A dose of happiness. Okay, so a weekly dose of happiness.
Pringles are not actually potato chips. I just want to throw that out there.
A weekly dose of happiness, and then the first video here is, should you worry about the coronavirus? I'm feeling as if there's a little bit of a juxtaposition there, as maybe you should try and be a bit more positive. Here's one though, 12 dog photos to brighten your day. I like that one as an idea. Savage, do you need a dose of happiness? I
would. Well, what kind of happiness can I get from this? Is it going to make me smile? I haven't smiled since 1984, I think it was.
1984. That was before WrestleMania started, so yeah, maybe there's a connection there.
A dose of happiness.
What do we think of this one? And I like the idea. Maybe not enough videos really yet to get an idea of what is.
This is a ripoff of that channel by John Krasinski. He's doing the good news. Have you seen that?
Oh,
That's true.
Yeah, it's like good news every day. Now, of course, this one looked like it happened before that, but he gives good news every day. Let me give you some good news. I'm here. There's your good news, ladies and gentlemen.
There's your good news.
I'll make it rain real quick before I head on out and get my lunch. I gotta go buy a Subway sandwich for 3 toilet rolls.
How much longer do we have with you there, Savage?
12 seconds. As soon as Dan starts talking, I'm gone.
All right, Dan, do you want to start talking to get rid of him?
Nope.
Dan is not talking. Dan is not talking. He's wanting Savage to stay for a little longer.
No, it's okay.
Look at this chat. It's going far too fast. I can't stop anything. Look, I'm clicking and nothing's happening. Right, this is the last one because I have billions of tabs up here on my screen right now. Okay, every week is a new video, saving with Sayhe. So this looks like a budget money saving channel type of thing. Looks like there's some hauls going on. 300 subscribers, you're getting views which are very healthy in some cases, so I'd like to see that. I guess you have a huge problem in that you can't visit any shops right now to save, so you could take this online. This might be like the online hauls of saving money. Could be the option for you there. And there seems to be certain channels which do certain brands which do better, like this TK Maxx one got over 1,000 views. Can you do more TK Maxx hauls? I'm thinking about there. Anything else from you, Dan?
Just there's very, very busy thumbnails. I think you're trying to focus on too many products.
This is a phenomenon in the whole sort of area, and people like to do this because I did argue against somebody. I was at a Vancouver meetup and I said, like, maybe you need to simplify your thumbnails, but they said that's how this genre is. And it's like, okay, I understand that.
It could be because like Bitcoin is that way. By the way, why is there so much toilet paper around here? I don't understand.
I don't know, Travis. You disappear in like. I mean, we need that to clean up the mess that your previous.
But case in point,
there
are some niches where there's a lot more text, and Bitcoin is one of them. Just to throw that out there.
All right, are we done? We went into overtime there. It was an awesome live stream. I've just lost myself here. The chat is broken because it keeps saying #Savage. I think I'm going to start playing some music here, and we're going to go to our usual screens here and say we hope you found lots of value there in the first 1 hour and 50 minutes of this live stream. I think we got through quite a lot of channels actually this week. We seem to go through the pre-selected ones pretty good. A lot of gaming channels, and as Dan says, we say this a lot and we repeat ourselves, but if we're auditing gaming channels and you are a gaming channel, but your channel is not audited, pay attention to what we're saying because 60, 70, 80% of the time it applies to your channel as well. Let's do some shout outs, and I'm going to start with Travis here to say goodbye to everyone.
Stop Mo Gamer, Luke Surex, Dose of Happiness, hello, of course, Bacon Curry, Multi Electro, Copaza, and oh, by the way, our mods, Apple O was in there.
I don't know how you manage Apple O when Savage comes on, but well done, thanks.
Yeah, all done.
And then what are we going to hear from Dan here?
We'll say goodbye to me, Savage me. Oh wait, I'm reading the messages. Gadget Zone, Comp Addicts, Movie Tribute, Soulful Gardening, Tennis A, Spad Lori, and Green Said.
Sorry, I've just got to share this screen for a second. Look at what happens when Savage comes on. Look at how the chat goes up. It's like we average about 30 comments a minute, and then Savage comes on, and it's 300 comments a minute. I mean, that is just...
Let me see. Pull it up. I didn't see
All right. I'll share it afterwards, Travis.
Wow.
So I'm going to say goodbye to the following people that include the Musical Lounge, Stop Mo Gamer, AGZ Boxer, Kulpizza, BM Titan, and also Apple O, and the Artist Heaven as well. Thank you for being in there. The Artist Heaven here, Dan, promoting the Discord server. So you tell us more about Discord as we say goodbye.
Be ready because here in a few minutes I'm going to open up a new channel or two about the mobile app. You can leave some feedback there for us, and of course it's a great place to ask others for feedback. We don't allow any self-promotion of any kind, but if you say, hey, what do you think of my thumbnails? They haven't been doing super well. People there will check them out and help you out, and you can offer your own advice as well. It's a very great community full of a bunch of YouTubers just like you.
Super chats came in from Provider Grinder, $50. I don't know how I didn't say that earlier, but thank you very much. And you say vidIQ giving the game, hashtag provide or die trying. Another $3 as well with a nice little, what are they called now? There's little super chats that are animated. I've forgotten what they're called.
Stickers.
And pizza delivery with a $20 as well at the end. Thank you just again for the awesome donations you have. And let's wrap this up. Time is the most important currency on YouTube, and you just spent over 2 hours with us. We hope you found it valuable. Make sure to provide your audience with the same value. We'll be here this time next week, same as always. Say bye for now, Travis, because you're on screen, I think. No, Dan is, sorry. I'm well behind. Dan's waving. Okay.